nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the I.S.U.P.K, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man, and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Donald tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky, that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. She don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I need to tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Don't have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man, and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Yeah. Cold shit.
I ain't coming goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room and pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man, I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs after the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I want my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with me. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snakes, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to cause an imposter. She get out the pocket, go with everybody, yeah. See that hate, make it to the featherweight. Niggas say they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a rope. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mower. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Can't leave the need the blue stripe, no brick. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, you a hook. Nigga swear he to go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glock with me, it was like a wrong with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? One West, go to war with everybody. Yeah, right.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one Westy brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform the war mode like I'm Voltron. Stab on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim me right, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus B for a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings all feel. Kick it like it with me, it was like a ball with it. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
Houston. Shalom, Israel. Welcome to the Lord's 57th annual Passover, hosted by no other than Commanding General YAHANNA of the I.S.U.P.K. There's been an update. The Hyatt Regency, Houston West, is now the official Passover hotel. It's located at 13210 Katy Freeway, Houston, Texas, 77079. Booking dates are April 1st to April 6th, so book now. Make sure to secure your rooms because they're booking fast. We look forward to seeing you at the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Shalom, Israel.
Look at this song. Look at this song.
First star, I'm really that nigga. Truth be told, I'm a noble figure. Local niggas, they be so offended. What much word, it's global business.
Hold on, let me ask y'all a question. All y'all niggas in the same school and all that?
Hell, fuck yeah.
So now y'all niggas smoke weed?
Fuck no. Don't fold if you say you win it. I was voted to it, now I'm it. Can't control, just the highest limit. Killing shit, or just an honest living. Gotta get it, ain't no time for wishing. The time is now, better pay attention. In my city, you can feel the tension. A terror squad, no pun intended. This ain't for you, but I recommend it. They know we coming, better clear the entrance. Shit get deep, but I keep digging. This how I look when you keep winning. Over time, I had to take the hint. Shine bright, sit behind the scenes. 1-on-1, I ain't in the mix. Ain't what you thought, get a glimpse. Up from a pedal bike, pressing brakes I ain't never liked. Whole time I was taking risks. They don't play with me cause they know I'm going nice. Round 4, I ain't even started. Transform, I ain't here to bargain. Yo, on watch, better move with caution. Chains on me, I don't do this often. No error, this shit's flawless. Reach for it, you become a target. It ain't worth it, better keep walking. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. Say the word, then it's fine, no. To get the moving like Brian, so I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. It's about to go viral. Say the word, then it's fine, no. Get the moving like Brian, so I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. So I wanna hear all that street shit. Me and my niggas on G-Fist. Wonder who I was in my past life. Don't even matter that beat this. Remember the days when I was a trooper. Stay on the path and it won't confuse you. As far as all, I'm the one to do it. I roll on ace like a flight maneuver. Try to trick me, I ain't never moving. Camouflage, I can blend into it. They better ride, I don't do the Uber. Let them talk, I don't hear the rumors. A little suffer ain't really nothing. The way I stop it, better play the trumpet. You see me coming, better get the running. If they see me coming, better get the running. You ain't never seen it, you ain't never witnessed, you ain't never noticed, you ain't never focused. I was really waiting. I was really training, sick and tired of being patient. I ain't never doubted, this was in the making. Use what I got, not in the waste. I'm rapping and singing, can never trade me. But I'm from the bottom, so I gotta make it. This ain't rapping, it's a damn warning. Night to the early morning. Got a vision, I planned it out. Trying to stop me, but I kept going. I study plays, now I'm in the game, and it's all the same, but I had to change. You'll never crash if you in your lane. I can take the law, cause it's all a game.
Yo, when Casarico being English? Drunk.
All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. Say the word and it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. It's about to go viral. Say the word and it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed.
Shalom, Israel. I hope y'all ready because it's almost that time again. And this year we doing it big with the Passover week kickoff. Yeah, that's right. We having a whole day of events to start off the 57th annual Passover week the right way. We're going to have the annual lamb slaughter hosted by Captain Akkad, rides and bounce houses for the kids, horseback riding for the adults, and pony rides for the kids, a petting zoo so you can come see all the little cute farm animals. There's going to be archery so you can come out and get your Hunger Games on. I hope you ain't scared of worms because we definitely going to have some fishing out there. Ooh-wee. And to all the Steph Currys, there will be a 3-point shootout and a slam dunk contest with a cash prize. That's right, cash prize for the winner of the 3-point shootout. And I hope y'all bring your cowboy hats and your boots because you know we're going to have line dancing on deck. So bring your friends, your family, and your appetite because it's going to be a lot of food, brotherhood, sisterhood, and fun for everyone. Wednesday, April 1st. Everybody make your travel arrangements and make it to the Passover week kickoff Wednesday, April 1st. I hope to see y'all there. If not, you're lost. Shalom.
Let's get right to it, dog. You know it's raw. Well, let me catch you if you're showing off. I wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought it was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. Don't want to get involved. I can admit it. I know what it's. I'm not tripping. I got every group. Niggas a fumble a bag. I get to the cash fast. Got a salute. I've been a hustler. Look, I want coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, they pissed off. Pushing the law because we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta wait. Ahead of my time, keep it in line. Put on their face. I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me that'll bang for me. If I'm doing bad, never change on me.
We the motherfucking underdogs. We underestimated. You understand what I'm saying?
I got tunnel vision. There's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. It's my way or the highway. You ain't fucking with it. Do what I say or go about your fucking business. Make this money with you. I ain't fucking with no fucking children. If they not my own, going by myself. I'ma die alone. These bitches catch my waist. And more just hopping on. They hear what I make. It's turn them on. I think it's sorceress. The way they rock the bone. Black magic stick. They stopping by my home. But I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone. So I can concentrate. And I can see it wrong. I just keep popping shit. Cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road. And get my diesel on. She wanna drop it low. And get her eagle on. My new bitch bad as fuck. She look like me alone. I came up from the dirt. Was born under y'all. And just like I don't want. Said I just wanted ball. These niggas seasonal. I watch them leave and fall. The last gon' finish first. Cause we some underdogs.
They say the first shall be last, and the last shall be the first. Nigga, we gon' rule this kingdom, nigga. This West.
Fly to the sunset, fly to the moon, those songs. Ghetto, then I got him, that's my doggy dog. Don't bark, gotta mean bite, we them underdogs. Over off the wire, 5 yards, I'm pressing all of y'all. Line niggas up like I'm director from a catch call. I don't give a fuck, you want beef, neck to all of y'all. UPK, Prince, lace up boost, and it's time to ball. The clip name Wendy, all these shells, I'ma let them fall. Niggas think they better than like who they think they better than. One West Soldier, best believe we got that metal. Last name Cannon, cause I still got them drummers in. Kept myself that trapper. Hell yeah, I'ma let them know. Underdog, you niggas tripping. We'll be popping or you sniffing. Real crafty with that smithing. Locked in on the mission. Rocking all out. Who to take the hop out? You be bitch. 2 times. 9 o'clock. Push it, nigga.
Pando, kill the beat.
I don't know who somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on the yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the Purim. U.P.K undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bass and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody trying to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know that's an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They're the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the Lord. You are not God's chosen. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity.
Clap it up. Let's get it on. I'm going to answer all of your questions that you have online and in the room. Mi nombre es General Mahayamin. Estoy al servicio de El General Yahanna. Somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle, 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando de El General Yahanna. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombre, español, negro, indio, nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y me tienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable. De todo lo que nos están pasando. Orale. Let's clap it up. Good job. Good job. Estoy listo. I'm ready. Let's get it on.
Quick shout out to the Zones joining us. We got Pittsburgh here with us.
Give it up for the Berg. I see you, Berg. Pittsburgh in the house. Always doing an amazing job online. So many of you UPK officers, man, are absolutely outstanding online. Denele un aplauso. Give yourselves a hand. Well said. Keep going.
Chicago with us.
Chi-Town. Give them a hand. Chi-Town. They're getting it on always. Go ahead.
Milwaukee in here.
Give Milwaukee a hand. Come on. Atlanta, the Brave. Give them a hand.
Dallas here with us.
Dallas, Texas. Give them a hand.
Baltimore.
B More. Go ahead, boy. B More. Stand up. Give him a hand.
Trinidad with us.
Trinidad. Give the bad men up in Trinidad a hand. Damn right. But Trinidad, let me tell you something. All of you should count yourselves manly. All of you should count yourselves faithful because you did a faithful thing today. You showed great courage today. And it's difficult to have courage in an evil world. In a world like this, to have courage, to have integrity is rare. And today, you proved yourself faithful. Denele un aplauso. Give yourselves a hand. We're going to go into it today. We're going to go into Christmas today, the true meaning of Christmas. We're going to speak about it today. Also, I'm going to answer all of your questions. Whenever you're ready, please.
And if I could, real quick, we played a promo for the Passover before the class. The hotel link is up. Some of it may be jammed up today because of Esau's holiday, but everybody get on it tomorrow, Baba Bashar.
You know, first thing in the morning, you better get in there and book your ticket for the Passover, man. Get in there and get it fast before you get booked out. Everyone understands. Let's do it.
Yes,
also, Levi, I left a paper in that room. Can you grab it for me? It might be sitting right on the desk, please. I'm ready, Akia.
We got a couple of questions in the chat. Brother asks, Shalom, Yahweh Shmi Al-Shai Barakatah, Officer Zakarwan from Dallas, Texas. Salakia Adawan, Samson's strength was in his hair or God?
God. Samson's hair had no strength at all, right? Just like your muscles have no strength at all, right? Strength comes from the Lord our God. That's where strength comes from. Samson lost his strength because Samson slept with a woman that was outside of his race. That's why he lost his strength, because he broke his oath. He broke his oath, and in breaking his oath, God was no longer with him. And when God is not with you, then the strongest, the mightiest man will fall weak to any silly thing at all. That's what happened today. That's exactly what happened today. We as Blacks and Latinos, we wonder why we are suffering and dying and poor and lost. It's because we don't have strength enough to force the Lord God to be on our side and to be against our enemies. And then we wonder why every problem that exists destroys us. We can't survive here, and we think we just have bad luck. We think we're just born during the wrong time or born in the wrong neighborhood. Your problem is that you are born with no strength. If you could have strength, if you could have courage, what enemy could conquer you? You can't conquer a tree. You can't do it. You can't conquer Tinseltoe and Target. You can't conquer Christmas gifts. You can't conquer one day that requires any sacrifice of you. That's why God is not with you, and that's why God was not with Samson. Everyone understands. Anything else?
Sir. A sister asks, Salakia General, sir, if I may ask, what is the school official response to people in the world, like neighbors, co-workers, etc., saying happy holidays to Wada in advance?
No problem. Okay, what you want to do with happy holidays is just think about what you're comfortable with and what you want to say at the time. A thing that I always say is thank you. That's what I say. If someone tells me happy anything, thank you. Why? Because I know that they don't know that I am from the Israelite school of UPK. I'm one West, and I am a cult leader. They don't know that about me. And because they don't know that about me, I understand that when they say Merry Christmas or Happy whatever, I know it's because Christmas is all they know. They don't know of any Black or Latino men that don't celebrate Christmas, which is what you have to remember. And I remember when I was coming out the world, brother, some of you are going to go through this right now. You're going to be in court with your child's mother, and she is going to tell a judge, you do not celebrate Christmas. That is going to happen. And when it happens, it is stunning. It's like a stunning thing because you think, well, damn, there are Jewish people here in America, right? There are Muslims. There are atheists in America, atheists. But your baby's mother is going to tell a judge that you don't celebrate Christmas as if you are rebelling against the rules, as if you're breaking the law. Because in a Black or Latino person's mind, anyone that doesn't celebrate Christmas is doing something illegal. It is wrong. So I know that they don't know that their slave mentality just assumes I celebrate Christmas. So I just simply say thank you. If they delve any further and they ask you, what do you celebrate? I say, I celebrate Hanukkah. I'm from the Israelite school of UPK 1 West. Right. That's who I am. Now that you have to know, now you know. Now, if they want to know, they can know. If they're just being polite, then I just say thank you. And also, when they don't know who you are, they're stunned that you don't celebrate Christmas, blame yourself. That's what you should do. Blame yourself. Who understands why I'm saying that? People just walk up to you, they see you're Black, and they go Merry Christmas. Instead of saying, well, what are you? Do you celebrate Christmas? Instead of just knowing that you are 1 West, I always blame myself every time it happens. Who can tell me why? Ephraim?
It's our job to teach them.
Because it is my job to let the world know about the Israelite School of UPK under Commanding General YAHANNA. If I meet a stranger that doesn't know, then I am not up to task. And I just allow that to motivate me. I say, oh, they don't know. They don't know why I wear this shield. One day they will. I remember, brother, before the internet, no one knew what a Hebrew Israelite was. No one. It was absolutely a Hebrew Israelite. What is that? What are you? What does that mean? And we had to push and get arrested and go out on street corners and fight the drug dealers and the cops on the same day and push and push and push. Now we're at the point where everyone knows what a Hebrew Israelite is, but that's not good enough. That's not quite good enough yet. One day, everyone will know about the Israelite School of UPK from 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. There will be no denying it. People will walk up to everyone and say, are you from the Israelite School of UPK? They'll say, oh, no, I'm not. They'll say, because that'll be all they know. They won't know about any other stinking fake Israelite group. They won't know about Muslims. They won't know about the Baptists and the Catholics. Until that day comes, I'll count myself unworthy. Preguntas. Next.
Okay, sir. ATL has a question.
ATL, you're up. Atlanta, you ready to rock?
Khan, Adawan, if I may.
Please.
So I'm here with this young man, Jay, here, and I'm with my daughter and had a question about why do we burn the frankincense and myrrh on the altar during services?
No, well, good to see you, young man, Jay. Congratulations on coming to class. Well done. So to go to, I believe, your daughter, she wants to know why we burn frankincense, why we burn the incense in the class. It's from the Bible. Someone just give it a precept. You can find these in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. When the Israelites had the temple that they built, first it started under King David, but King David could not finish it because he spent most of his time as king fighting for the throne. But his son Solomon was able to finish the temple of God. In that temple and in the tent or the tabernacle that they had before the temple was built, they burnt incense unto God. The incense we burn in specific are 2 scents, frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense is the bark of a tree in the Middle East, and myrrh is like a stone, right? A rock. And it comes from the Middle East. And the Most High said, this is a sweet scent unto him. The Most High God likes the smell of frankincense and myrrh. He likes it. And so he wanted us to burn it in the temple. And so we always burn it in the temple. That's the first one you need. Then I need what the Most High God said he was going to do with the smoke. of the incense, and that should be the two precepts that will satisfy. Whenever you're ready.
Exodus 30.
Exodus 30.
31.
Atlanta.
Can you hear me?
30 and what?
30 and what?
Exodus 30 and
6.
Start at 6. Exodus 30 and 6.
Exodus 30, verse 6. And thou shalt
let Atlanta read it. Maybe he needs to. Atlanta, would you read it? So go ahead.
I had a precept out of one. This is Exodus 30, chapter 30 and 1.
Go ahead.
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 30, verse 1. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon, of shittim wood, thou shalt make it.
Skip down to 6 for time's sake, please.
Come. Verse 6. And thou shalt put it before the veil that is by the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is over the testimony, where I will meet with thee. Continue. Verse 7. And Aaron shall burn therein sweet incense every morning. When he has dressed the lamps, he shall burn incense upon it.
1 second, Ephraim.
And verse 34 specifies the frankincense.
Now read verse 34.
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 30, verse 34. And the Lord said unto Moses, take unto these sweet spices, stacked, and ankia, and galbanum, these sweet spices with pure frankincense. Of each shall there be a light salakia weight.
Take your time, no sweat.
Keep going.
That's it. Okay, no, I'm sorry. That's it. You read those. There are more precepts about the frankincense and myrrh. Those are some of the sweet smells that the priest would have in his repertoire in the temple. Some of these oils are what are put on dead bodies in Israel when they die. That's what Mary Magdalene was putting on Christ when she found out that he had risen and now was alive. She came to anoint his body with these sweet smells, with these sweet, oils. All right. It's why in the UPK we've always sold oils. It's why Captain Tazariak sells the most outstanding oils on the planet Earth. Give him a hand. It's always been in our culture to burn incense and to smell good. Smelling good is an Israelite trait. It is not a trait from white people to smell good at all. Hygiene is an Israelite, is a Black and Latino thing. Hygiene, to smell good, to look good. That's a trait that Israelites have that they don't have. So now we know the reason we do it is because the Most High God told us to do it when we were in our meeting places or our tabernacles or in the temple, the place that we would meet in to perform the service of God. Now, the same way that we burn incense here on the earth, the Most High God is burning incense in the kingdom of heaven. God burns incense in the kingdom of heaven, and I'll explain how his incense work. You have that precept.
Is that on
Revelations. The Most High God said that the Most High God has a censer. Imagine the one that we have on earth, but then now imagine a infinitely more glorious incense burner that's before the Most High God's throne. And he has incense in that incense burner. And he's telling the angels to take that burning incense and combine it with all of the prayers of the saints of God in captivity. The Most High God is sitting on the throne right now in heaven. And there is an angel that is taking all of your prayers. When we pray, the same way the smoke of incense goes up to the sky, when we pray, our prayers waft up to the Lord, just like smoke. They go up to him. The same way smoke rises and goes up in the atmosphere. Your prayers, when you pray, those prayers go up in the atmosphere, break the ozone layer, and go to God. God takes those prayers and combines them with the incense and his incense holder. And then he does something very miraculous with them. If you have the precept, I'll read.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Brother.
The book of Revelations, chapter 8, verse 3. Come. The book of Revelations, chapter 8, verse 3.
Pot holder and put it here from now on. Sit it right on the pot holder so the brothers can use it. Go ahead.
And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense.
Much what?
Much incense.
So he has a golden censer, and there was given unto this angel much incense. Keep going.
That he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne.
That he should offer these incense with the prayers of all the saints. Do you understand how powerful prayers are? Prayers are extremely powerful. Powerful as a weapon. That's what prayers are powerful for. In your mind, prayers are just something you do to be seen, right? Something you do so that other people in church think that you're holy. I guess that's why you pray, Hashkala, Baba Baba Jesus. Your prayers are what the hypocrites offer to everyone that sees you. You know, some phony, fake performance. But prayers actually have an extremely powerful purpose. Prayers are weapons. Weapons. It's right here in the Bible. The Lord said that he would combine it, the incense on the altar, and he would combine it with the prayers of all the saints. Keep going.
Come. And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth.
And did what?
And cast it into the earth.
The angel took the fire, put it in the Most High God's incense burner, combined it with the sweet smell, the frankincense, the myrrh, then took all the prayers wafting up to heaven from the saints of God, suffering every year during Christmas, in pain every year. The sadness is palpable this time of year. There is so much depression on everyone. You almost could feel it when you just walk down the street. When you're around people, the sadness is thick during the Christmas time, during New Year's Eve, because we are in depression and sadness and poverty during a time where you are mandated to be merry. It makes us all examine our life and everything that we don't have, which is the reason we can't be merry. But we're still trying, right? Fighting to be merry because it's the rule. You have to be happy. You have to be happy. Okay, so I have to find a way to do it. And all it does is make you more and more sad. Well, then you pray. And the Most High God sees your suffering and hears your prayers. And there's an angel who has the job of taking all of your prayers and putting them in an incense burner mixed with fire from the altar of God. And he'll take that incense burner and cast it down on the planet Earth. Keep going.
Come. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake. And 7 angels, which had the 7 trumpets, prepared themselves to sound.
What caused this fire and hail and earthquakes? Atlanta? Atlanta, are you with me?
Come.
Did you hear about those earthquakes and all that destruction you just read about? Did you hear that? What caused it? You want me to tell you?
Look, one more time.
I'll give it to you, brothers. No problem. Your prayers. That's what caused it. The Most High God took your prayers, combined them in his incense burner with fire from his altar, and an angel threw it to the earth. And that's how Jesus Christ is coming back, because this world is going to be destroyed. And when I say this world, I mean this society. Right now, we're up on the time, I think, when America is 250 years old, coming up soon? Oh, bro, not many kingdoms last past that. Not many last past that. Why? Because there is an angel who has been collecting your prayers since you found out that you're the children of God and you turn to God to deliver you the way that your grandparents did in Egypt. You turn to the Lord for it. And he's gathering up all of those prayers. Gathering up. in Great Britain, in Haiti, in Jamaica, in Trinidad, in Mexico, gathering up all the prayers of the suffering saints of God. He combines them with fire from his altar, and he throws it onto this earth in earthquakes and storms and fire, because the Lord thy God loves you. And you're going to be delivered with something that Christmas wants to take out of you, something that Christmas won't let you have, and that is righteous anger. Righteous anger is the privilege of the free. Free people are allowed to be angry, and this world won't let you be angry. And it's so ridiculous to me, because you are off today. You didn't have to go to work today. Many of you got paid overtime that went to work. Other ones of you didn't have to go to work at all. Do you know why that is? Because someone had to protest and break windows to fight for you to get a day off on Christmas. You understand the irony of that? The irony of Christmas is, without anger, the white man would make you work on Christmas, because he used to make you work on Christmas, like Ebenezer goddamn Scrooge. Go look at, what's that cat name who wrote the Ebenezer Scrooge? Dickens. Look up a Dixonian drama or a Dixonian life. A Dixonian life means a world where white rich men give you no mercy, no kindness, and they force you to work on Christmas. And you say, well, please, Mr. Scrooge, could you let me get off to see my little crippled son, Tiny Tim, on Christmas? Hell no, get your ass to work, Bob Cratchit. And you're forced to go to work. And Charles Dickens was trying to make plays to try to appeal to rich white men in Great Britain to have some mercy on Christmas, because they had zero mercy. And not only did you have to work on Christmas, little broke-legged Tiny Tim had to get into work too. The children had to work. Do children have to work now on Christmas? No, because labor unions broke windows, got in fights, and picketed, and were angry about children being forced to work. People had to go and picket and break windows and get in straight up and down physical fights with baseball bats. And that's why you got off for Christmas today. The very holiday where you're not allowed to be angry at all, you wouldn't even have a day off without anger.
Right.
Labor unions were merry. You and Tiny Tim's cripple ass would be at work today, working all day. That's where you'd be, for minimum wage.
Right.
Anger is necessary. Your prayers are a weapon against your oppressor.
That's right.
God is going to use them. I pray you understand that. I pray you understand. He's going to use your prayers. Anything else, Atlanta?
The water out of water. I see the prayers in Revelations 8 and 4, exactly what you said, the prayers. I understand it now. The water out of water.
Go, no problem. No problem. Anything else? No problem. Wrap it up. All right. That's total. That's it. Anything else? Come on. Please. Microphone. Question. Good to see you.
I got a question in Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 24. I want to break down. He said, "For in the long garment."
Can we get them on camera when they read the question? If not, let me know.
Long garment was the whole. I want to know that what that part meant. And in the 4 rows.
Where are we at?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, sir, verse 24.
Can you give me 16? I'm sorry. Can you give me 2 verses up?
Couple of 2 verses up. Verse 22. So he overcame the destroyer, not with strength of body, nor force of arm, but with a word subdued him that punished. Alleging the oaths and covenants made with the Father.
Oh, yeah.
Verse 23.
Please.
So when the dead were now falling down.
Ultra Copa, please. One more glass, please, if I could. Go ahead.
For when the dead were now falling down by heaps, one upon another, standing between, he stayed the wrath.
You know what this is referring to? This is referring to an actual event that happened during the time of Moses, when Moses was around and the Most High God was going to destroy all of the Israelites. Or was that, it might be the 240 princes of Israel. Let me hear a little more and I'll catch it. Keep reading a little taste. Say again. Number 16. Exactly. The one where the Most High God opened up that hole and killed 240,000 of the princes of Israel. I believe it's that. What were you going to say? Give him a hand. I'll take it. I'll take anything as long as they did. As long as they're in the hole. Allegedly, figuratively. Keep going.
So when the dead were now fallen by heat, one upon another, standing between, he stayed the wrath.
That's it. That's also about an incense burner. The story right here. Because it was when the elders, the fake Israelites, the people who thought that Moses took too much on himself and that they were all holy as well, that there shouldn't have just been one leader of Israel. They thought they were leaders too. They were holy too. Moses said, no problem. If you believe that you should also lead, then you go get your incense burners, fill them with incense, your gold incense burners, and bring them before the tabernacle tomorrow. So 240,000 men went home. Oh, they were so Israelite about it. They went and got their incense burners. They were ready to show Moses that we're all Israelites. And there is no one camp that is in the truth. There is no one camp that is in the truth. We're all in the truth. And they brought their incense burners before Moses so he could share power with them. But when they did that, Lord, listen, man, a hole opened up in the goddamn ground. Azahab. Of course.
We're at number 16, verse 2. And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly.
250 princes of the assembly. Go ahead.
So were famous in the congregation.
Oh, they were famous. They was well-renowned men. Keep going.
Men of renown.
Men of renown, famous people. Go ahead.
So verse 3. And they gathered themselves together.
A unity camp. Well said. A unity group. We just making fun of fake Israelites because they're gay. Maricones. A bunch of homos. Yeah, ACC. Masisi in patois or Creole. Masisi in Creole. Go ahead.
And they gathered themselves together against Moses and Aaron, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you.
They said, you take too many, you take too much authority. Fake Israelites have hated the fact that we have said we're the only ones in the truth since 1969. Malcolm X hated it. Malcolm X at that time, back in the 60s, 69, 68, Malcolm X thought that he was the Muslims, the black Muslims, were the only group that were supposed to exist in this borough of Harlem. They thought no one else should be here. And anyone else who was here, like the black Christians of their time, they were allies with the black Muslims. All of the black Pentecostals in Harlem, what's those Abyssinians, the black Abyssinians, the African Methodists, they all accepted the black Muslims because we were all black and we should all work together as one. There was one group that refused to do it. They refused to work with the Christians, the Abyssinians, or the Muslims, or anyone else. There was one group that believed that they would take it all on themselves. They didn't believe with sharing the power that God gave only to one man with men who God did not give that power to. And that's the Israelite school of UPK. And 7 men that came out of Harlem, New York. And one man, meaning Abba Bibbins, who went out on the street by himself, and the black Muslims thought he took too much on himself. They thought he shouldn't be against the black Muslims, and they murdered Abba Bibbins. And 7 men got so righteously angry about it that they started this school. That's how powerful righteous anger is. Keep going if you need to.
Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy.
We're all holy. We're all the holy people of God. We're all bishops and deacons and holy apostles and all of the stupid, ridiculous, made-up ranks that you can think of to give yourself. Continue.
Every one of them. And the Lord is among them.
The Lord is with all of them. I don't know why someone calls me every 2 weeks about some John the Baptist. Hazab, you know I've had the battle about John the Baptist's authority for the last 3 years, and I'm still waiting to understand on what is the obsession or the fetish with John the Baptist. All I can assume is that it's this. It's that John the Baptist was not in the truth, and they hate that because they think that everyone is holy. Everyone has authority from God. That's what these 240 princes thought. Continue.
They don't know the story.
Oh, okay. Listen, I don't talk to anybody outside of the truth, so I don't know. But I know I get asked the question. I go, what in the hell is this fetish? Why? Why do you give a damn about John the Baptist? Who cares? All right, anything else? Go ahead.
Lift thee up yourself among, lift thee up yourself above the congregation of the Lord.
You see that? They thought Moses was wrong for lifting himself above the congregation. So many of you hate when we say the commanding general Yohanna is better than you, better than all of you, better than your reverends and your preachers and your presidents, better than you. You think that that's a ridiculous thing to say. That's what they thought. Anything else?
And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face, and he spake unto Korah and unto his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. And even him who he have chosen will he cause to come near unto him.
Mm-hmm. So what did Moses arrange? A battle. That's what he arranged, which is why the UPK is always on the street, always there. If you think you can defeat us in a battle, no problem. I'm going to give you a heavy dose of Captain Tazaryak. That's all. I'm going to give you a heavy dose. You think you know something, you want to battle, no sweat. I'm going to give you a double injection of Captain Tazaryak, and then we'll see how you are after that. We'll see if that doesn't fix what ails you after that. Continue.
Verse 6. This do, take your sentence forward and all his company, 7, and put fire therein.
You see this, Atlanta? They took their censers, right? The incense burners, their censers. They put fire in that incense burner or that censer. Go ahead.
And put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow.
And put incense in them before the Lord. When they say before the Lord, meaning they would come down to the temple, that was before the Lord, meaning all the people were there to watch. It was in front of the place that God built for us to do things like this. God is going to be looking right at it. Bring your censers down tomorrow. Let's get it on. That's all. Let's do this the old way up. I mean, we can all debate and everybody can say that God is with him, or we can find out. That's all. We can just find out. Moses said, no problem. Let's find out. Continue.
And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth choose, he shall be holy. He take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi.
Oh, yeah. And so then he said, you take too much upon you, you sons of Levi. That's Moses' reply to them. You understand? Moses is saying, you think I take too much on me? Bring your censers tomorrow before God. You take too much on you, you sons of Levi. These were the princes who were in charge at that time, the Levitical priests who thought that Moses was wrong for saying that he was the only one that should be in charge. They thought all Levi should be in charge. Oh, that wasn't the case. That was not the case. So that's the story we're speaking about right now. So now if you want, you can go to your precept and I can answer your question. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, 18 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
Or 23. Do 23.
No problem.
1823. For when the dead were now fallen by the heat, one upon another, standing between, he stayed the wrath.
So that's the end of that story we just read. All those men who thought they were something realized they were nothing in the ground, right? When they were falling down heaps upon each other. Continue.
He stayed the wrath and parted the way to the living.
He parted, got rid of the dead, moved them out the way, and parted the way to the living for this purpose. Keep going.
Verse 24. For in the long garments was the whole world.
Yeah. Do you know what it means now? No problem. Moses, all of it was on him and no one else, which was the whole battle. The whole battle, and this is a perpetual battle, is politics. is people fighting for power. It would think of Jerusalem during the time of Christ. If you want this, go to the book of Acts, where he said, in times past, there were many men that stood up. There was this Theolosis and this cat, all of them stood up. But then when their leader was killed, all of their movements fell. I'm paraphrasing it, but you get the point. When their leader was killed, their movements fell. Groups like this have been coming up in Jerusalem among Blacks and Latinos forever. Why? Because we're always in oppression. And so when you're in oppression, there's always someone that says, I'm who you should follow to get out of oppression. Today, you got the Muslims and this Christian and Tyler Perry, and now he's a black leader. And every nut is a black leader or a Latino leader that is saying, follow me and I will get you more rights. I will get you freedom. It was like that in Jerusalem. It was like that during the time of Moses. Everyone is always saying we're the one that you should follow. But here's the truth. Under that garment, the whole world is surviving under that garment. Do you understand now? It's just one person that's doing it. That's that. There are not multiple Israelite groups in the truth. It's what you would wish. Why does everyone want there to be more than one path to God? Have you heard that before? Oh my God. God doesn't just have one name. He's God no matter what you call him. There are many paths to God. We all can get the God of our understanding and the God we love. That is a beautiful thought. And do you know why it's a beautiful thought? Because it means we all can follow who we want to follow. And who do we really want to follow? Yourself. So you can. It's what the Catholics capitalized on. There was no Christmas until the Catholics made a pagan holiday acceptable to people who were not pagan. Acceptable. Because now, even though you worship a tree and a log, even though you worship Saturn and worship false gods, it doesn't mean you don't worship the same God as the people of the Bible. Because it's all of our God, no matter what you call him. The colony at Jamestown pioneered that for the Americans. The Puritans came over here and did not celebrate Christmas because it is pagan. But the Catholics made everyone's God acceptable. That sounds sweet because it means we all can unify. We all can come together. And if we all can come together, then we can all unify and fight God. We can all come together under the Tower of Babel and fight God himself with our unity. When really, integrity will counter unity. You just can't have unity and integrity. You're going to have to make extreme compromises to have unity. The Israelite school of UPK is not seeking unity. Abba Bivens damn sure wasn't. The 7 men that stood up after him weren't. We're not looking to unify all the religions. We're not Pan-Africans. Like every idiot form of rebellion is, let's unify all of Africa, even though none of them know each other or speak the same language and they hate each other. But in your mind, that is what is necessary. The Israelite school of UPK is not unifying people. We are going to champion the word of God and defeat everything else. That is that. We're going to war with the lies. In the end, the truth will win, and then we'll have a victory that will be everlasting. Everyone understands. That's the That's your story. That's your one robe thing, all right? You got to go back to the other one. It's talking about Moses, and there's no one but him, and there's no one but Christ now. You understand? The what? Please. Please to go if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Chicago has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shalom, sir. You're up. Come on, y'all about some yourself, Brakatah, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, Slaggy, sir. So, a brother wanted a breakdown. He asked, let me get the scripture. Salaki out of one. He said, what is a proper way to break down? He said, what is a proper way to break down Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 16 through 18?
Ecclesiastes 17, 16 through 18.
7, 16 through 18, sir.
I'm not familiar with off the top of my head. Maybe
Come
I'll
on,
read.
come.
Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Stop there. What does it seem like it's saying? You want to start there?
Come. Well, Salaki, sir, I've been in truth for a little minute, so when I hear it,
I'm not asking you. I know you know already. The brother that asked the question, just off the top of your head, what does it seem like it's saying?
It's saying like, don't be too righteous, don't be like over righteous.
Right. Whenever you read it, right? This scripture seems like it's saying, don't be over righteous. And this is how powerful lust is. Read it again.
Come. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 16. Be not righteous over much.
Now,
neither make
it looks like it's saying, don't be over righteous. Do you see it? Does the brother see it? This one, I'm going to say over righteous. You read it. Don't be over righteous. Read it again.
Be not righteous over much.
Don't be over righteous. Don't be over righteous. Read it again.
Be not righteous over much.
Brother, when you read this precept, it's like the words switch. It's like you can see it say, don't be too righteous. Celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Don't be too righteous now. Y'all niggas is too righteous. You ain't even celebrating Christmas. What's wrong with you? Your mother said, come over for Christmas. You not going, you are overly righteous. That's not what it says. There's no such thing as being too righteous. How in the hell, what are you even talking about? That's not saying that. It's not saying don't be over righteous. It's saying don't be righteous over much. That is completely different. Now I just want you to break that down. The brother that asked the question, what does it mean not to be righteous over a lot? Don't be righteous over much. What does that mean?
So like I said, the brother's not here in the class with me, but if I would, my Lord.
Please, of course.
This is saying don't try to, for lack of a better word, micromanage things. Don't try to be over every aspect of everything to enforce some righteous rule or your view of righteousness over every single thing in life.
Give him a hand. That's correct. Meaning this up. Okay, Paul is writing these letters to brothers operating and working in the work of God. And there are things in the work of the Lord that are your responsibility. Your woman is your responsibility, or your women are your responsibility. Your children are your responsibility. Your operation, your camp, your city, the thing that you're in charge of. That thing you have to be righteous over. You have to do it right. But you don't have to handle everyone else's business. You don't have to make sure that camp is right. That brother's house is right. That brother's children are right. That situation, you don't have to do that, nor will your effort work at all. Your effort, one of the biggest things I learned under Commander General YAHANNA, and it took me years to learn it, is that pure effort alone does not change someone else's life who is not giving it effort. It does not work. There were years I spent pouring my effort into some brother or some sister, thinking that damn near my righteousness would supersede theirs. I would push them into coming to Christ, push them into handling their business, push them into loving their husband, push them into loving their wife, push them into being a better person. And years later, I realized, oh, I'm being righteous over much. I can't stop them. I can't choose for them to do the right thing. I'll do my job, and that's that. That's all. I've done all I could do. I'll handle what Commanding General YAHANNA gives me to handle. Everything else is not my problem. Everyone understands. That's the point.
Salaki, sir. And it says, neither make thyself over wise. Shouldest thou destroy thyself?
What is over wise? Meaning, once again, I am trying to know everything. Everything you're doing at home. Everything that's happening in your life. Everything you're watching on your goddamn phone. You watching porno? I don't know. You're watching. But what are you doing? I don't know anything about it. I don't know what's happening unless you call me.
Right.
You get my point. If I get a call, I have to be involved. When I say call me, meaning Commanding General YAHANNA orders me to give a damn about you. Other than that, I could care less. Why? You will destroy yourself.
Right.
You'll destroy yourself if you've not been through the crack epidemic, most of y'all. So I can't give you that example of trying to get a crackhead to stop smoking crack. You know, brothers used to handcuff people to radiators, tie them up in the bed, tie them to the bed, lock the door to the house, barricade the door so that some crackhead could not get out the door. The crackhead will dig a hole through the ground like a goddamn mole to get out of those houses. The things that people used to do to stop crackheads from smoking, ask some of your grandfathers the stories. It was an insane thing. I mean, tie them up. Tie them, I'm not exaggerating. I mean, tie them up. At night, tie them up. Because you in love with this woman and you love her and so I tied her to the bed and tied her to the radiator, and the bitch will chew her arm off like a raccoon to get out there and smoke crack. Sooner or later, you realize, you know what? That's not my problem. My effort will not get you off of drugs. I can fight. I'm not the one on drugs. So my effort is really irrelevant to this. I don't need to know. I'm not involved. I'm involved in what I have to be involved in. I'm told my responsibilities by Commanding General YAHANNA. You'll be told your responsibilities from your camp leader. Handle those. That's all you need to do. Handle those. But handle them with all of your mother effing might. The thing you're given to do, you do that with all your might. Be righteous as you possibly can be over the things that you're given to handle. Everyone understands. Good to go, Chicago. Was that it?
Salaki, sir, it's a little bit more out of one, if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. Verse 17. Be not overmuch wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time?
Read it one more time.
Verse 17. Be not overmuch wicked.
Now, translate that into today's terms. The brother isn't there. I'm sorry.
That's like, sir. No,
don't be in charge of much wickedness. If I'm in charge of much wickedness, what will I do if I'm in charge? Chicago.
So, like, if you're in charge of it, sir, you're gonna try to.
It's wicked. It's
right.
wicked. So what will I do?
So, like, sir, you're gonna try to be the master of it, like the best.
No, if I'm in charge, okay. I remember years ago, back before Shah was in charge of the Dallas camp in the Israelite school of UPK. I was getting constant calls about the camp in Dallas, like they were the wickedest niggas alive. And there was just who knows what I'm talking about, raising hand. Oh, y'all don't know. Excellent. Y'all brothers are on your business under this Yacht. Oh, but other camps out there. Oh my God. Sir, what are you going to do about Dallas? Let me go to Dallas and kill them all. Let me handle them. What would I tell them constantly? Worry about your own camp. Handle that. You got a camp. Don't let me look up your camp, man, because I'll go look the thing up. And I will find something wicked about it. I can do that with anything. I'll find some stain in your camp. Something. Don't you worry about Dallas. General Hazayan is in charge of Dallas. He's going to handle it. You worry about your own camp. Is the Dallas camp wicked? And I don't know unless Haz tells me. I'm not over Dallas. I don't know if they're wicked or not. General Hazayan said he got it. That's all. He said he's going to handle it. What did General Hazayan do? Do you know Chicago? Do you know what I'm talking about, Chicago?
Khan Wakan, sir.
Okay. You heard about this whole thing back in the day with Dallas.
Khan Wakan, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Well, they would call me about it. I say, listen, man, I ain't over Dallas. That's not my problem. My problem is answering the phone 24 hours a day and getting some idiot out of jail. That's my problem. Or stopping two idiots from killing each other in the house. Or going to court. I got to go buy another black suit. I need a black suit so I can have it ready for court. So I can walk up into somebody's court and try the best that I can to get some fool out of jail. Because problems are my issue. I handle problems under Commander General YAHANNA. As far as being over a camp or camps, that's not my job. All right, General Hazayan, that is his job. I'll just tell him General Hazayan has Dallas up. He got it. He gonna handle it. General Hazayan handled Dallas. Is Dallas in the class today? Dallas, you know what I'm talking about, right? Let me know if they get it. You get the mic. You know what I'm talking about. General Hazayan handled that problem. Did he not? General Hazayan went there, got Shad Ya'ala, put Shad Ya'ala over Dallas, went and got him a new building, and Dallas is doing just fine. Give Dallas a hand. That's a good example. You don't have to worry about some camp that's not yours. You handle your business. Dallas handled their business under General Hazayan, and now Shad Ya'ala. Handle your business and shut your effing mouth. Right? Everybody, to paraphrase, to make it, succinct for you. Mind your effing business. Handle yours. Is there anything else?
So if I could summarize, these scriptures are basically saying, clean up your own house and worry about your own business and not try to correct and manage and rule over everybody else.
It's arrogant because, one, you don't even know about it at all. You think you know about it, but you don't. There's someone that is put in charge of it. Someone in charge of it. They're given the responsibility, and they're going to answer for the wickedness of it. They're going to answer for it. What if we all handle our own business? Can you imagine this planet? What if you raised your own damn kids? Can you imagine a world like that? Well, you just went and said, I'm doing what's best for the children, mine. What if everyone did that? Listen, we might be able to get up out of here. Everybody understands? Anything else, Chi-Town?
Constance, like if I may, one more. The book. This is the Book of Revelations. The question about the Book of Revelations, sir. Revelations 2 and 27 and 28. I just wanted a clear understanding of what Christ is talking about when he speaks about the morning star. If I could, I don't want.
Solid.
The Book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessel of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father. Verse 28, and I will give him the morning star. Now, my question, sir, was that morning star that he's going to give is, because it says a rod of iron, and I know like medieval weaponry, is that referring to like the medieval weapon, the morning star, which is like a pole with a spiked mace, like it was a fierce weapon for breaking shields and breaking down personal barriers back in the medieval times? Or is that talking about glory that he's going to give to Christ? Is it talking about the glory that he's going to give to Christ? Or it's like, okay, come.
It's a group. There's many precepts like that on the Bible where they shall be clothed with sunlight, clothed with moonlight. Shining in the Bible denotes glory, fame. Everyone can see you. I'm giving you the morning star, which means everyone can see you. Everyone will see Christ. And when everyone sees someone, everyone follows what they can see, which is why all of you became drug dealers and Crips and Bloods, because it was on the radio. And it was on, and gangster disciples spread all over the planet. because of rap music and because of movies, because of The Godfather and Scarface and mob movies. Now, all of you wanted to become gangsters because they had the morning stars. They had the light. They had the shine on them. They were glorified. Jesus Christ is going to be glorified in this school and soon on the planet Earth. And everyone will want to be like him. You understand?
Khan, sir. I just want to say one thing. In 2025, for everybody that's worshiping Christmas, this year they turned Santa Claus LGBTQ and he's an ICE agent. Shalakia, sir.
Give him a hand. He's telling the truth on it. Santa Claus is an ICE agent and he's LGBT. I believe the brother has those stories tonight. The water, Chicago. Anything else? Yes, Toto?
Sir, if you wanted to preview what we're going into.
This video that the brother just played was released by the Department of Homeland Security. Santa Claus deporting Latinos out the country. Let me tell you, we're going to go through so many of these videos tonight, right? I'll go into it later. This is so cruel. I can't deal with it now. Let me finish the questions and then I'll go through it, all right? Is there anything else?
So we have some questions in the chat.
Please.
Sister asked, Salaki, sir, if I may, once we're in the kingdom and this world is destroyed, will the celebration of the destruction of this world replace the Passover that we observe?
Oh, listen, replace it, sister. There's no precept saying that, but it would be absolutely apropos to how God does things for us to celebrate the destruction of our adversary today. So I can't guarantee it, but it is a beautiful thought. And we'll have to make the kingdom to see, won't we? We'll have to get there to find out. Is there anything else?
Wow, sir. Sister had a question. Shalom, Lord Christ, General Salaki, sir, if I may. If a woman spots before Passover, but it didn't come all the way, how does the uncleanliness work? Like, would it be until sundown or 7 days?
Okay, yeah, okay. That sometimes with your monthlies, they can be very, where it's not an actual period, like, you know, especially when you talk about the words like spotting, where it's not actually bleeding. So what you're going to have to do is get some in specific counsel from your camp leader. They can always call me at the time, and I'll work through the specifics of it to see whether or not it is an actual period or not. Everyone understands? Just get some counsel. If that happens to you, get some counsel. Someone, your camp leader can just call me, or the general can call me on the phone, and I'll go through it and advise them. All right? Good to go? Please, well, one more time on the chaser, please. If I could, whoever can hook this up for me. Mayan, you can handle that. What? Give me that. Just give me some chaser, please. Go ahead.
Sir, America is burning. Asked Salakia out of one, if I may. When Paul was bitten by a snake in Acts, is that like today when we eat poison from these grocery stores?
When Paul was bitten by a snake in Acts, is that the same as us buying poison? Is poison for sale in grocery stores?
I think he's saying that, you know, the stuff that they have in
eating food from the grocery store. No, that's not what that's talking about. That's not what that's talking about. All this is what that's talking about. When Paul said, "You shall eat poison and live," if that's what he means, is that what he's referring to? Okay, the way he's worded, I'm not sure if that's what he's talking about. But there is a precept where Paul said, "The snakes will bite you and you won't die. You will eat poison and live." Now, what Paul is actually speaking about there is not you buying, give me some broccoli, and you know broccoli is fake, and now you're scared of broccoli. That's going into is more of a paranoia than what Paul is speaking about. What you first want to understand is you don't have to be afraid of the grocery store. That's it. Just go in and get something to eat that's lawful. Don't be scared of everything you encounter in life. Fear belongs to God, not to broccoli. Don't be afraid of broccoli, all right? Everybody understands, all right? So now that I'm moving that off the table, what is Paul actually talking about? Paul was out speaking in strange cities. He was not eating his mother's food. He was going into cities where they wanted to what? Kill him. And he'd have to go into a house because this house invited him. He doesn't know them. The Christ said this, when y'all go out to teach, if a house invites you in to sleep in that house, go into that house. And if they are kind to you, leave them with your peace. If they are mean to you, wipe the dust from your feet and leave. So you'll have to go to people who you don't know enough to trust because you're out in some strange city, some strange country. Guess what? Sometimes somebody is going to slip something in your drink. Someone is going to try to poison you. Someone is going to try to kill you. Now, the thought of that alone will make you do what? Who asked the question? What city?
A brother called America is Burning.
America is burning. If I know that if I go travel to Honduras or Jamaica or Haiti or, Great Britain, meeting strangers, if I'm afraid to eat when I'm there, what will I naturally do? Did someone else answer the question? Ephraim.
Star.
Stay home. That's what fear will make you do. Fear will say, well, I'm staying home right where I'm from. I'm not going out there to eat with them strangers. They might kill me out there. They might poison me. I might get bitten by a snake out there. God damn it, if I'm out there traveling, I'm sleeping sometimes where? Out in 2,000 years ago. I'm sleeping in a tent outside. That's where I'm sleeping. Sleeping in my car. Sleeping today. Sleeping anywhere. If I was sleeping outside 3,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, I might get bitten by a snake sleeping outside. The thought of me sleeping outside, knowing I will have to sleep outside some days, that thought will make me not go, which is what this precept is fighting in you. It's fighting your fear of traveling, the fear you have of leaving home. There is so many, for some of you are young, you've never left your block. You've never left, the corner of your block. You don't know what it was like. When I was first traveling with Commanding General YAHANNA, brother, to New York, brother, my friends in the world were talking to me like I was a world traveler. I remember it specifically. I heard you be in New York now. I heard you be going up to New York City. Brother, I would look at them and go, damn, that's 2 hours away. They would talk about this like, brother, why? Because little James is sitting there right now in a wheelchair. Right now. Little James is there. Ask Ty Ward. He's sitting there. He's sitting there. I went to go see Ty Ward. I drive by and there is James in that wheelchair I left him in 95. Ooh, me going to New York was terrifying. Give me your burger. Everything all right? I'm in the middle of a class. Is something that you in an emergency? That's all right.
Shalom, Israel. I hope y'all ready because it's all.
It was, it's scary to leave home. Paul is saying, don't be afraid to leave home. If you get bitten by a snake, you're going to live. Somebody tries to poison you, the poison will not kill you. Why? To fight the fear that stops you from leaving home, which is why you don't want to look at this like, you don't want to be afraid to go to your supermarket. Because if you're afraid to go to the supermarket in your neighborhood, you are not going to the Dominican Republic. You're not going there. You are not going with Levi to Haiti. You can forget that. You're never going because you're afraid of broccoli at the corner store. So it's fighting that. That's the point of this precept. If I need to read it, tell me. If not, I'll move on. Go ahead.
Another question. Tribe of Issachar asks, question, General, when we die in the truth, do our spirit in the following life know already that we're Israel, or do we start over not knowing who we are?
If you die in the truth, does your spirit in a former life know that you're an Israelite? Okay. If you die in the truth, your spirit in a former life will know you're an Israelite. When they find out is up to the Most High God. Precept. Ye that are with me now, and the regeneration will sit on 12 thrones, ruling the 12 tribes of Israel. You are rewarded for what you do in a former life. The reason that you're in the truth now is because you were in the truth before. That's why you're here now. You understand? Think about what a miracle it is to find the truth. The truth is not something readily available to people. It's not like the Christian church. It's not on the radio, the TV coming out the walls. You send your kids to school at 6th grade. The teacher is making them draw Santa Claus. The teacher is making them draw candy canes and Santa Claus and the trees, which means you don't even have to be Christian to be Christian, because whether you are Christian or not, here's a Santa Claus for a 6-year-old. Here's the Easter bunny. To find the truth, how did you do this? Es milagro. It's a miracle that you found the truth. A miracle, because you found something that is so hidden. It would have to take supernatural intervention for you to find the truth. And you found it. You found it because you had it before. So you're in the next life, if you die before Jesus Christ comes back, you're going to find it again. Maybe you'll be born into it because your parents will be in the truth. Maybe you'll find it again just like you found it this time. What we should do is work towards the day coming when everyone will be in the truth. Everyone, whether they like it or not. Is there anything else?
Wow, sir, that's all on that. I believe it was a follow-up to the question a minute ago. A brother asked, lock it out of one, if I may. If a sister is on her menstrual cycle, is she not able to attend the entire Passover?
If a woman is on her menstrual cycle, she's unclean for whatever amount of days that the Bible says she's unclean. So I believe it's 7. If you're unclean, just a normal menstrual cycle, you're unclean for 7 days. I believe that's right. So if the Passover is on within those 7 days, you can't come because you can't be around the people in the Passover. You can't come to that holy place during an unclean time and make those people unclean. So if it happens during that time, you're unclean. Good to go?
Come on.
Next.
Could be a good time to get into your topic.
Let's clap it up then. Get it on. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Colonel Khan, more from the DHS. They said you're going ho ho home. They had a lot of Christmas messages for the people.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I think it went over my head. Read what it now. This is from the Department of Homeland Security, and this is their Christmas post. Read what it says.
It says you're going ho ho home.
You're going ho ho home. Can you imagine the kind of selfish pig you would have to be to celebrate Christmas after you read a post like this? Celebrating Christmas is an insult to the Latinos. You're insulting them. It's cruel to do it. And can you understand the absolute gall and arrogance that the Department of Homeland Security would have to think that you would still spend your money in America after they put a post out like that? Like, remember, this is the federal government, which needs you to spend your money on Christmas. They need you to do it. The government fails if you don't celebrate Christmas. And the Department of Homeland Security is not concerned at all that making a post saying you're going ho ho home might sour your mind to Christmas, because they believe you will celebrate at Christmas no matter how cruel they are. You will still do it. Play another one.
This was today's Christmas message from the Department of Homeland Security. Sure if you can see it, but they're playing I'll Be Home for Christmas with an ICE deportation plane flying in the video.
There's a precept in the Bible, right, that I remember for years I struggled to understand, right? I would always ask Commanding General YAHANNA about this precept because I would struggle to understand it. Now I understand it. There's a precept where Jesus Christ was arrested. He was arrested by the Romans. The Romans knew he was innocent. Pontius Pilate washed his hands before he sentenced Christ to death to make sure everyone knows that his hands are free of the blood of this man. He knew Jesus Christ was innocent. He put him to death anyway. And the soldiers that took Jesus Christ beat him viciously. And then they stitched together a crown of thorns and took a crown of thorns and shoved it on his head. And every time I read that, I go, well, this is a man sentenced to death, meaning he's going to die today. Why do you feel the need to add this much pain to someone who is here to die anyway? You're about to give him the ultimate punishment, which is death. And I would read how they fashioned the crown of thorns and go, I don't understand. I don't get I'm killing him. He's dying. You know, you ever see, I watched a ton of old movies trying to research white people and white mentality. White mentality comes from Western movies in America. That's their entire mentality, Western movies. And so many times you see if somebody's about to die, they give them a cigarette. They hand him a cigarette, say, do you want a last meal? You know, what do you want to eat? They try to show him some kindness, seeing they're about to do something that you can't do anything worse to someone. So why not be kind to him? And then when I read stories about how they fashioned a crown of thorns and shoved it on his head, I try to understand it. When I watch ICE agents today, I understand it now. Those are the people that put a crown of thorns on a man's head who was innocent. They knew he was innocent and he was condemned to death, and they still had to hurt him. That is in the heart of white people. It's something so cruel, it's hard to understand, because these people are already being deported. They've been here 20 years. They don't know anybody in Mexico. They don't know anybody in Honduras. They don't know anybody in Jamaica. You're already sending them back. Why do you have to laugh at them? Why do you have to do this to them? You're the people that put a crown of thorns on the head of an innocent man who was being condemned to death. That is what is inside of them. And it is rare only because the Lord God is going to put us in charge of this earth, or else that kind of, childish cruelty would grow to everyone. That is in the mind of white people. Why are you doing that? You're already deporting them. You're already taking away their life and their family. You have to sing about it and laugh about it. You have to. You're the people that put a crown of thorns on the head of Jesus Christ. You're the people that did that. Now, here's the last thing I still don't understand. How do you still celebrate Christmas knowing this? How do you do it? How do you go out and run into a store and buy gifts and buy a fucking tree knowing that this is happening to someone? How do you do that? Knowing that not only were the Latinos treated like this currently, you know what they did to Eric Gardner. You know what they did to Freddie Gray. You know what they did to George Floyd. You're already arresting them. They're already going to jail. You have to strangle him. You can't just take the man to jail. He's going to jail. Jail is a terrible place to be. It's a horrible place to be. You're already doing something to him that is cruel already. It's not enough. It's not satisfying enough unless they can pierce your head with a crown of thorns. They can't just deport you. They can't simply arrest you. They have to punch you in the face. They have to kick you. They have to break your teeth before you go to jail, because there is a childish, immature cruelty like burning ants with a magnifying glass that white people have in their heart. And that is why they can never be in charge. They can never rule anything again, because they are cruel. They are cruel. Keep going.
Kind of, sir. On that note.
So told, I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas.
And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas.
Let me tell you people out there something. Christmas carols are not gangster. It is not gangster to sing Christmas carols out. If you're singing Christmas carols, you're not gangster. If you're celebrating Christmas, you are not a gangster at all. You've been lying to everyone about being a gangster. It is not gangster to sing a Christmas carol. The brothers called me this week about what's the name of the damn thing? Not a no gangster movement. Something where the streets are dead. Who knows about this? This is like, you know about the streets are dead? The streets are dead is something where, what is it? I really don't know what it is. It's some type of thing where people who used to tell you to sell drugs and be a gangbanger are saying now, don't be a gangbanger. Am I wrong? This is like, am I right about this or not? Am I saying it basically? Now they're saying no. And so for some reason, people are upset about it because, of course, they used to live their entire life based on Snoop Dogg saying be a Crip and you should be a gangster and you should be in the gang. And they're sitting in jail because they listened to this idiot when he said to be a Crip, to be a Blood, to be a gangster disciple, to be a vice lord, a black disciple. They patterned their lives after this philosophy. And now, of course, now the rappers want to snitch out of both draw legs. They are saying, we don't believe in being a gangster, because now, of course, they're going to jail and it's time to snitch like Italians. And no one snitches more than Italians snitch. So now, of course, black gangsters want to snitch, so they're saying the streets are dead, which makes people sorry and angry if you based your life on what some rapper told you to do. Well, let me explain something to you that is hard to understand. Okay, the entire music industry, the financial district, the movies, the air is built to deceive you. And your problem is you are a fucking sucker for anything that feels good. That's your problem. You're a sucker. You're a sucker to everything. You know what Christmas actually is? Let me give you the true meaning of Christmas. Christmas is actually one day of happiness to a people that have no happiness in their life. That's what Christmas is. That's the true meaning of Christmas. That's it. Christmas becomes ultra important if you've been molested, if you grew up in foster care, if your mother hates you and you never knew your father, if you've been left, if you have children and the father is not in their life. Christmas becomes so intense because it is the drug that you've been allowed to take today. And if you don't get that drug, you're going to be more depressed. You need the drug. You need it. Christmas is a drug. And it's intense, and the desire is intense because everyday life is so miserable for you. Do you know what that means? If they want you to celebrate Christmas more, what will they have to do? Anyone want to blow my mind with the answer? Huh? They're going to have to make your life more terrible. Because the more terrible that life is, the more you will celebrate Christmas. Have you heard of scratch-offs? Have you heard of the lottery? Is that familiar to any one of you? Okay. Well, it's familiar to you because black people, they will put their entire life on this dollar can get me out of the ghetto. I will scratch it. Lord, please. I dreamed about fish last night. Lord, please. I need to gamble. Say again? Sports betting, give him a hand. That, yes. It's like my life is terrible. What do I have? The Giants, the Knicks, the Eagles. Oh, are they going to win? Are they going to win? When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I was surprised that my father's dead corpse did not get up out the grave and run down the street. That's what I thought. I said, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, my father's dead corpse is going to run down Broad Street because this was all he cared about. Nothing else ever. And he died and it never happened. And all he thought about is the Eagles because my father died in his FedEx uniform at 63 years old, walking into FedEx every day to pick up boxes. What else did he have? Do you understand? That's it. Life has to be more terrible for you to celebrate Christmas. If they have any hope of you continuing Christmas traditions, they cannot give you a better life. They're going to have to make sure you get deported. They're going to have to make sure that they have programs that exalt white people and that belittle you. Because if you have every day is a holiday, then you won't care about Christmas. I pray you understand. Is there anything else?
On the other side of that, this week, Captain Zaryak made some famous Christians
No, I don't.
that Christmas is not biblical.
You celebrate Christmas? No, I don't celebrate Santa Claus. I celebrate Jesus Christ becoming
That's
a human
idol worship.
being. And he was born. That's what we celebrate.
He just said he didn't celebrate Santa Claus. Christ wasn't born on December 25th.
That's right. He
You
wasn't
said
born
that.
on December 25th.
So that's idol worship. That's breaking the first commandment.
Didn't Christ warn against the traditions of men?
Yeah, warn against Mark the 7th chapter. The traditions of men you accept. Christ didn't accept the traditions of men.
Damn. How do we accept the traditions of men?
You celebrate Christmas.
It doesn't matter if it's the 25th or not. If that's 1 out of 3.
If you want to battle us, I'm going to send him right in there on you. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get a dose of that. You're going to get an injection of that in your bloodstream, and then you'll decide it's not the best thing to battle us. You're going to get a heavy dose of Tazaryak. If I was you, I'd shut your mouth. That's correct. Captain Tazaryak and Captain Kaltazar are absolutely telling the truth. And can you imagine white people with their arrogance of education and how smart they act? They've never heard of this at all. They don't know anything about it because white people are ignorant. Why are white people ignorant? Because they don't need to be smart to succeed. That's all. Like you're sitting here, you got to be a goddamn genius to get out of the ghetto. You got to go get a doctorate, a master's degree, be first in your class to get a job. A white man, what in the hell does he need to be smart for? What is Christmas about? I don't know. Is Christmas pagan? I've never thought of it because I don't need to be smart. I'm a white man. Continue.
Kind.
Uno más.
White people not needing to be smart.
What's finger in Espanol? Finger. What's Creole? Duet. What's one? Un duet. Un duet. Merci. You good on this? Yeah, I'm good. No, we might as well go ahead. Go ahead. Please. More cup of ice is hielo. What's hielo? Hielo? In Spanish, I'm sorry. Hielo. Is that correct? Nobody speaks Spanish in there. Ask someone online. Hielo. Oh, hielo. What tribe are you? ¿Cuál es tu tribu? Ephraim. Give Ephraim a hand. All right. Hielo. Go ahead. That's ice. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission posted this video this week.
Chair of the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Are you a white male who's experienced discrimination at work based on your race or sex? You may have a claim to recover money under federal.
If you can turn it up for the people in the room, if they can hear it online, if not, I'll tell everyone in the room what you're saying. Because good Lord. One more time. Go ahead.
I'm Andrea Lucas, Chair of the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Are you a white male who's experienced discrimination at work based on your race or sex? You may have a claim to recover money under federal civil rights laws. Contact the EOC as soon as possible. Time limits are typically strict for filing a claim. The EOC is the federal agency charged with enforcing federal anti-discrimination law against businesses
I'm going
and
to
other
stop
private.
you. That is from the Bureau of Equal Rights. They put out a post today saying, are you a white man who has been discriminated against? Goddamn. Are you a white man that has suffered discrimination? That is what the Bureau of Equal Rights put out today, right? It's important in Christmas to understand this about white people. White men are extremely fragile because white men are insecure sexually. This is something that most of you don't know about white men. You'll have to research this to notice about white men. White men inherently feel inferior to blacks con Latinos. They feel inferior. And their money does not help them feel equal to us. They're rich beyond belief. And they still every day think black men are better than me. My white woman wishes she could have sex with a black man. wishes she could have sex with a Latino man. And that feeling drives them to oppress us. The Equal Rights Bureau, can you imagine this entire country is set up for white men to exceed everything. The New Deal set up by Roosevelt was set up for white men to have jobs, to succeed, and to be able to pay for a home and a car with one salary. The New Deal. The GI Bill was set up for white men who came home from war to be able to pay for everything alone. The banking system, the housing system, every system in America. Black men were not allowed to get part of the New Deal. They were not allowed to have the GI Bill. They were barred from it. It was segregated. Everything, I mean, God damn it, for hundreds of years has been set up for white men to be rich. And guess what? It is not enough. Because in their heart, they feel inferior. This is all I'm trying to tell the Equal Rights Bureau. You could give every white man in America a job. His penis will still be small. It will not change that. They could all have jobs. They could all have all the jobs. Black men could do nothing but minimum wage jobs. White women will line up at the McDonald's to have sex with Black and Latino men. That's what's going to happen. Money is irrelevant because white women desire Black men. White women desire Latino men, and that is killing white men. It's making them feel inferior. Here's what you have to do. You have to accept your inferiority. You cannot fight it. Fighting it will not work. It won't work. That idiot Charlie Kirk said, whenever I fly in an airplane, if I see a Black pilot, I'm afraid. Since Charlie Kirk got his neck opened up, planes are dropping out of the sky like flies. Planes are crashing all the time. I don't recall any time where plane travel was not considered the safest form of travel until now. Now, in every plane, somebody died 2 weeks ago. Some plane is crashing all the time. All of the pilots are white. All of them are white men. Don't you see? If you did not allow Black and Latino men to fly planes, before you know it, so many crashes would make you force Black men to fly planes. How do I know that's true? Who knows history? And it happened in history. I'll give you a few seconds. You're from Harlem. You should know what I'm talking about. Have you heard of the Tuskegee Airmen? Well, here's the story of the Tuskegee Airmen. White American bombers were getting shot down. 50% of them were getting shot down when they went on a bombing run. 1 out of 2 was getting shot down. One day, Eleanor Roosevelt went to Tuskegee and saw these Black pilots flying up and down in the sky as like a milagro, like a miracle. She said, I want to fly with them. The school said, hell no, you can't fly with them. No. She insisted, Eleanor Roosevelt insisted on flying with these Black pilots. She got in the plane. They took her for the loop and the up and the down and the all around. They flew the plane like the Harlem Globetrotters played basketball. She landed. She called her husband on the phone, Roosevelt. And she said, I know you got a problem with these bombers making it to their sites without getting shot down. You need to let them fly escort on your bombers. This is a story. You can look it up in your phone. Raise your hand, though. They made a movie about that. He said his wife insisted. He said, okay. The Tuskegee Airmen began to fly escorts on these planes in a segregated military, because during World War II, the military was segregated. They were not supposed to be flying escorts on white bombers. She pushed it. Her husband said to do it. They allowed zero bombs shut down. They didn't want them to fly escort on those planes. All of the shootings demanded it. Don't you see? If you keep Blacks and Latinos out of industry, out of businesses, white failure will promote us. White people will fail so much, crash so much, They will be so terrible at it that before you know it, white people will go, let black people play basketball. That's how black people play basketball. Black people were barred from playing basketball. They weren't allowed to play basketball. They integrated the NFA, the NBA. There was a man named who played for Boston. Bill Russell. Bill Russell played for Boston, integrated the NBA. When he was in an away game, he came home and his own Boston fans broke into his house and defecated on his bed. You can go Google that. Boston fans. He played for Boston because they couldn't stand it. Defecated on his bed. He won 11 NBA titles. After that, they want nothing but black people in the basketball field now. They only want black people to play basketball. That's what's going to happen. It's like white failure. White people are so terrible at doing a job that once they do it, they're going to say, can we get some niggas in this job? Can we get some spits in here? Because we cannot grow food without Latinos. We can't do anything. We can't have a military. Can you imagine if Latinos stopped joining the white man's military? You would lose every war because Latinos are the driving force in the American military today. And when they come home from deployment, they get deported. That's what happens. White people, listen, I'm trying to help you. You know, I like my white friends out there. I like them. Yeah, I like them. They're funny. Have you seen Jerry Seinfeld? He's funny. Give me some more. I watch Seinfeld. Kurt Elling, he's one of my favorite jazz musicians. He's a wonderful jazz musician. Tina Marie. Give me some other nice white people out there. The ones that kiss our boots are my favorite white people. The white people that kiss our boots on the street. I have a lot of white people I like. White people, you have to accept Black and Latino superiority. You have to accept it. Not only do you have to accept it, but you have to encourage, actively and lawfully encourage our ascension over you. You have to do it. It is the only hope for white society. If you are white out there and you see that your people are cruel and they deport people and then make jokes about it, and you see that you're the people who would shove a crown of thorns on the head of Jesus Christ, you have to actively and enthusiastically support the ascension of Blacks and Latinos over you. It is the only hope that you have. I pray you understand. Is there anything else?
Kind of to go with what you were saying, we have this clip of Sidney Poitier.
I got to stop you. I got to give you the context to this movie. This man is called Sidney Poitier, and he made a movie called In the Heat of the Night, right? Which was a Philadelphia cop came to Mississippi or Alabama or something to solve a murder, right? Now, the context is this. Before this time, white people had never seen a strong and dignified Black person in a movie. White people have never seen it ever. There was another movie by, I sent you this video too. You don't have to pull it if you got it, but what's this? It was the other famous one that was before him with the deep voice, baritone cat. What's the cat? Old Man River. Before him, earlier than him. Earlier than him, he was a communist, and that coon that played baseball hated him. The comments are going to tell you. He sung Old Man River, right? Say, not Harry Belafonte, the one older than him. What is, oh my God, he's from Philadelphia. Say his name. Paul Robeson. Give her a hand. Paul Robeson. Paul Robeson made a movie where he was in prison, and a white man beat him with a stick, and he hit the white man, and they cut it out the movie. And constantly, when directors would try to make a movie where a Black person would physically defend himself, it was always cut out of the movie. And the reason would be is that you cannot air this movie in the South. because this movie will never air in the South, because white men in the South can take a white man beating a black person, but a black person cannot defend himself. They would always cut this out of the movie. Always. Now, just remember that for the context, all right? Now go ahead and play.
Well, you're pretty sure of yourself, ain't you, Virgil? Virgil, that's a funny name for a boy that comes from Philadelphia. What do they call you up there?
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
Take Virgil Tibbs, a Philadelphia homicide detective who reluctantly helps a small-town police chief in Mississippi, played by Rod Steiger, solve a murder.
Why'd you two come here? To ask you about Mr. Colbert.
But before signing on to play the role, Poitier asked the movie studio for a major script change to this scene.
Was Mr. Colbert ever in this greenhouse, say last night about midnight?
I said, if he slaps me, I'm going to slap him back. You will put on paper that the studio agrees that the film will be shown nowhere in the world with me standing there taking the slap.
God, you had this written into the contract.
That's right.
You saw it. Well, I saw it. But what are you going to do about it? I don't know.
And of course, it is one of the great, great moments in all of film, when you slap him back.
Yes. I knew that I would have been insulting every black person in the world.
Pause. Okay, brother, the hell while I was shot. Brother, listen, this movie, you gotta talk to your fathers about this or your grandfathers. It's going to be very difficult for you to understand this. This was a revolution that this happened. Do you know what that means, however? If it's a revolution for you to just hit a white man back who has already hit you, do you understand what you have to do to make white people comfortable? You better absorb that. You know what? That scene when he said, they call me Mr. Tibbs, that is famous today. Why? Because to make a white man comfortable, he cannot refer to you as Mr. because it will absolutely make him feel uncomfortable. To have to say Mr. Tibbs, he will feel threatened by it and he will have to hang you because you want to be called Mr. Do you know how fragile that means they are? In the minds of white people, white men, they are used to a white man beating a black person, and a black person can put his hands up, can say, don't hit me. Jesus didn't want you to hit me. But that black man cannot hit him back, meaning the acceptable version of this movie would have been what? Who wants to blow my mind? What would have gotten no protest? What would have been accepted? Like, this is a good movie. Who knows? My aunt. If when that white man smacked him, if he said, I will not sink to your level, I will turn the other cheek. I will, when they go high, when they go low, I go high. White men would have said, well, this is a theater. This is cinema. This is beautiful. White people are so fragile in their inferiority that you have to be beaten to make them comfortable. You have to do it. Who knew this for a fact? Blow my mind, historians. Who knew white people? Who knew what you had to do to get civil rights? Who knew? Ephraim? Martin Luther King knew white people. He knew them. He said, we ain't never getting any civil rights unless we let them beat us. You have to let them beat you. And it worked. It worked. They just put the cameras on and they beat us and we sung songs and we got the right to vote until they took it, which is what they just did. They just got rid of the right to vote and got rid of affirmative action. Donald Trump did it like last year. Affirmative action is illegal now. the Civil Rights Bill has been struck down. Now, but boy, listen, for 50 years, you was out there voting. You was out there enjoying civil rights. You would have never gotten civil rights if they would have considered you men, considered you equal, considered you men who could look them in their eye. The fact that Martin Luther King's movement worked should tell you who white people are. Doesn't that tell you something about them? Doesn't that make you say, well, for me to make white people comfortable, they have to beat me. I have to let them beat me. I can't stand up to them. When Sidney Poitier smacked him back, your grandfathers and grandmothers gasped. It was like oh my God, I've never seen this. Can I show you the other side now? This is the sad part. Sidney Poitier said on here, if I didn't smack him back, every black person's, their heart would be broken. If for years we've been watching movies where we get beat, what was that doing to our self-esteem? Our self-esteem, since the camera was moving, since silent movies was watching us be what? Snoop Dogg showed you, didn't he? Hang on the mistletoe. I'm going to let you know. What were we seeing? Say again? Sambos, y'all know? Minstrel shows, which was us being merry. That's what we were being. Merry. Like Snoop Dogg and Sambo and Stepin Fetchit. These are actual people who were Hollywood movie stars. Stepin Fetchit was a Hollywood movie star, right? They need you to be merry for them to be comfortable. They need you to smile. Remember, anger is for free men. They need you, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, hang on the mistletoe. That merriment makes white men feel manly because you're merry, not angry. That's why you have to be happy today, because white men with very tiny penises are insecure at your existence. They see you walking down the street and their money doesn't make them feel manly. Can I blow your mind with one thing? We aren't prepared for this, but do this for me. What is the man that owns Kent Pole? What's the thing with the chair? Barstool.
Dave Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy. Give me Dave Portnoy and the reason that he stands on tippy toes in pictures. Now, this is a real thing. Dave Portnoy, someone Google on your phone how much money Dave Portnoy has. Someone look it up on your phone. Whoever has a phone, Google it. Oh, I think you're right, but let's get the actual number. How much money does Dave Portnoy have? And give me a picture with him on his tippy toes.
Estimated in the hundreds of millions.
Dave Portnoy has hundreds of millions of dollars. Most of your podcasts you watch are owned by Barstool. Barstool owns virtually every podcast, right? He has hundreds of millions of dollars. You have his tippy toes?
Come on. There's a whole bunch of pictures.
Yeah, you give me a reason he stands on tippy toes, right? You have one? Put one big screen and then they can go look it up on their own. If you have a video of him talking about it, that's even better. You see that picture right there? Show him his feet. You see that? Right there. Dave Portnoy, who has hundreds of millions of dollars, on every picture he takes, he stands on his tippy toes, on every last one. He's been asked about this. They say, Dave, why in the hell do you have to stand on your tippy toes on every, show the feet. Do you have to stand on your tiptoes, standing on tippy toes, on every picture? Do you have the video where they asked him about it? He's going to find it for you. This was his answer. I have to, because he is so short that he feels emasculated when he stands next to people who are taller. Do you know how much money he has compared to the people in that picture? Hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't understand white people. I've endeavored to do it because it's part of my duty to understand white people. And I'm trying, because I got to go to court with them. I got to talk to them. I got to deal with them. And I endeavor to understand their mind. Because being Black or Latino, what's the one thing that makes you feel insecure? Not having enough money. right? Not having enough money is what Black and Latino men are constantly obsessed with. That I need more money to pay these bills, need more money to send these kids to a better school, need more money to give to my wife. In your mind, you think, if I had hundreds of millions of dollars, I'd be fine. And you would be fine because your penis is well suited to the job. His is not. He's on his tippy toes because he is still insecure. He still feels small, no matter how much money he has. That's why the Equal Rights Bureau has to put out a post saying, are you a white man that is feeling oppressed? We'll help you. We'll do everything to make life easier for you so that you don't hang Black people. We're going to deport all the Latinos so you don't hang them, so you don't kill them, because we know that you feel so tiny that you're going to hurt Black and Latino men to satisfy your insecurity. You have anything?
I find that
You can just Google that.
video showing him live on air, and he's still
Play that.
standing on his.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's white people, y'all. Okay. That's who they are. Give them a hand. Now go back to the videos.
Okay. So then, of course, we had J.D. Vance.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
There was a Charlie Kirk rally. All the white supremacists came together at the Charlie Kirk rally. Merry Christmas, y'all. They all came together, and J.D. Vance said this. Play it again.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
For the life of me, I don't remember when in the hell did white people have to apologize for being white. I know that we couldn't even hit them back in a movie. I knew that. But when was this time where white men were apologizing for being white? White people have never apologized for being white. White people expect for you to be beaten in a movie and to not respond. That's what they. You don't believe me? I'll give you one more. Give me Eddie Murphy right now. This is a little more current to you, brothers and sisters. You're young. You might remember this. Go ahead and play it. I'll give you some context. Eddie Murphy made his films in the 1980s, not in the 70s, in the 80s. In the 80s, Eddie Murphy made a film called 48 Hours, where he walked into a bar with a badge. And he said, this is your worst nightmare, a nigger with a badge. That scene it blew your mind. It became so famous. It was the most famous scene since Sidney Poitier in a movie. Sidney Poitier, because it was like, you had never seen this before. It was like a revolution to see it. If you were around watching 48 Hours, raise your hand if you heard of 48 Hours before. Do you know what scene I'm talking about? Raise your hand. Did you feel a feeling of, yeah, that's right. Raise your hand if you felt that feeling when you saw that scene. Yeah. You know what that means? That means you've been belittled all your life because you should have felt nothing from a black man going into a bar with a badge harassing white people. Surely white police officers harass blacks and Latinos every day. Every day. But here's a black person with a badge. Seeing him harass white people made you go, I love this movie. You better examine why you felt that. And this is what you didn't realize. What did white people feel when they saw 48 Hours? You know what they felt? We better vote for somebody like Donald Trump. All these things, Sidney Poitier, Eddie Murphy, the false black person, Barack Obama, it made white people say, we better get a full out white racist in the White House because we're losing control. We better deport them. Why in the hell would Americans want to deport the Latinos who are the engine for the American agricultural economy? Everybody knows that. Because white people would rather have their egos satisfied than have food. They would rather have that. You can't have a restaurant industry without Latinos. You can't have farms without Latinos. You can't have the United States military without Latinos. They're willing to give all those up because they are sick of standing on their tippy toes next to you. Do you understand? They're tired of it. And they want you deported so that they can stand on the ground and not have to feel so small. Keep going.
A young black person take charge in the white world. They'd never seen that in the movies in Hollywood. It was like, you know, I was a kid, and usually the black actors would play sidekick roles, you know. In mainstream films, if a black actor got into the mainstream movies, he was a sidekick, and I was I bucked that trend. It was like, you know, I wasn't. I'm casted as a sidekick, but you 48 hours. It's like I'm supposed to be the sidekick, but the hero can't do his job unless, like, every other scene, he's like, "What do we do next, convict? Now, what's our next move, convict? Now, where do we go?" So it's like, I'm like, and they had never seen that. And it's not like we sat down and said, "Hey, we're going to flip the script." That's just how, you know, Providence, it just worked out like that.
Well, Providence is a atheist way of saying God did it. I don't think Eddie Murphy realized how white people were going to feel when they saw that. White people decided they better vote for Donald Trump. They better do something, and they better deport you. They better get rid of you. They better cancel affirmative action. They better get you out of colleges, out of the military, out of any position of power, because they have to stand on their tiptoes around you. Levi.
You know, that feeling is so alive today. The most recent movie I could think about, which made black people so happy, was Django.
Give him a hand. How did I forget? I watched Django. I usually don't never watch a black movie. I watched Django, and I felt it. I love that movie. I remember feeling the feeling of, ooh, he beat that white man. It made me feel so warm inside to see him beat that white man in Django. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful scene. And you're right. You know what I didn't realize at the time is that movie what white people would think when they saw it. Like, it's almost like this. If you are feeling a sense of self-esteem, white people are feeling belittled, and they're going to do something about it. White people are feeling belittled. Speaking of the tribe of Ephraim, get his sister a hand, Ephraim right here a hand. White people heard that Bad Bunny is going to be at that Super Bowl lot. They can't handle that. It is killing them. It's killing them that there's going to be a Puerto Rican, Boricua, on that stage speaking Spanish. It's going to kill them. They're going to have to stand on their tiptoes around Bad Bunny. They can't do it. And you have to remember that when it comes to white people, to understand them, to know their reaction. Now, how do you fix it? White people have to accept their inferiority to Latinos. They have to do it. You have to accept it. It's like, can I give you an example? We accepted it for 200 years. It's something you can learn to accept, right? When did white people love black people? Who knows? During the time of Step and Fetch It. During the time, listen, black people were so popular in the 40s and the 30s that they would just draw your picture on a box of food and it would sell. They made Uncle Ben's rice. And that thing was selling off the table. Aunt Jemima, raise your hand, but Aunt Jemima. Do you understand the sense of love that black people had in the hearts of white people? You want beautiful hot cakes dripping with butter and syrup? Aunt your mama makes them. Uncle Ben, this is sure enough and good. Black people were the number ones ad campaign faces because they loved us because we all smiled and were merry, all of us. But how did we feel inside? Yeah, it was terrible for us. It was good for them. Christmas is designed and pushed so that you can be exactly what white people are comfortable with. You a smiling, happy slave. Someone who is not angry about their treatment, not angry about their place in life that they've been forced into, but merry because it's Christmas. Keep going.
Then we had this clip from Bill Cosby.
This is the point I just made. Please.
Good Christians, the whites out front, like to think the blacks out back were kind of happy. Uncle Tom's Cabin was one of the first movies made that tried to say anything about black people. Uncle Tom was changed a little each time it was put on the stage, and all the parts were played by white actors. And by the time they made a movie of it in 1903, Uncle Tom was just the white man's idea of a good nigger. You might say he was what H. Rap Brown ain't. They made this picture 5 times. And by the time they finished with it, Mickey Rooney could have played Uncle Tom. Minstrel shows started as the black man's entertainment for himself and the plantation owners. When they were filmed, though, they were done by a white cast. You figure that out. They were done as sort of a joke, and the black entertainer couldn't even get a job making fun of himself. The first really vicious anti-Negro film was called The Birth of a Nation, and it was a honey. And the second worst thing about it was that technically in 1918 it was the best movie that had ever been made. A cat named D.W. Griffith produced it, and he knew how. See? Birth of a Nation pretended to tell the story of the Civil War and what happened afterwards when the slaves were freed. White women couldn't walk on their own sidewalk, if you believe the picture. In the South, Negroes got the right to vote, and the movie showed black vote collectors refusing to accept white votes, and black people sneaking in extra votes. And if these black bad guys don't look very bad to you, it's probably because they were white actors wearing burnt cork. Negro legislators took over in the South, and in the film they were made to look like apes. And this was the movie version of how it looked in the Southern state legislature. They drank whiskey, they ate chicken with their hands in the State House, and they put their feet up on the table with the shoes off. And of course, they passed all sorts of crazy laws according to the film, like anybody could marry anybody they wanted to.
You notice, you got to watch this in white movies. The laws that the Negroes will pass is that you can marry anybody that you want to. White women can't walk down the street without being harassed. What is the fear in white men? What is the thing that is driving them crazy, Ephraim?
That they're going to lose their women.
That they're going to lose their women to us. It is why all of these lynchings on the wall, I think virtually everyone is from a white woman that said some black man tried to talk to her, including the death of Emmett Till. It is the primary fear in white men. It's because a white penis is just a terrible thing. And give sisters a hand, because sisters don't want white men, and give them a hand for that. Black women don't want white men. The problem is white women don't want white men either. And that is the problem. If you white women would start to be with white men more, then maybe they wouldn't be so afraid of blacks and Latinos. It's a terrible thing. But listen, I can't help you with that, white men. What you have to do is accept our superiority and enthusiastically support our ascension. You have to do it. Mayan. Give him a hand. Let me tell you about this movie here. This movie, when they said this was the best movie of its day, Woodrow Wilson, this movie was considered The Godfather Part 2. It was the best movie ever. President Woodrow Wilson brought the director to the White House because it was considered the greatest movie in history about the formation of the Ku Klux Klan. It was the greatest movie ever because it so satisfied white people's insecurity. Why is this important on Christmas? Because the Christmas spirit is to make you the kind of nigger that makes white people comfortable, the kind of spick that makes white people comfortable, someone that just will do whatever they want, shut their mouth, never complain. They need you to be merry. They need you to be merry on Christmas for white men to not feel threatened by you. Anger is the freedom that a free man can enjoy. You can enjoy the freedom of anger, that you're allowed to be angry. Isn't everyone else? Isn't everyone allowed the full scope of their emotions? Everyone can have emotions. You can be happy. You can be sad. You can be depressed on some days. You're a human being. You have the right and the space for every emotion. Free men are the only people allowed to be angry. Free men. White men don't want you to be angry. They want you to have a merry Christmas. Continue.
Concert. So of course, J.D. Vance himself doesn't have a white wife.
Here we go. You remember J.D. Vance? We played him earlier where he said, we don't have to apologize for being white anymore. J.D. Vance, have you seen his wife? She's a Hindu. She's a snake eater, which is what General Yana would call her back in the day. A snake. That's an old UPK phrase. I don't know if y'all heard that. And the truth, it was a time when if you were East Indian, they called you a snake eater because there was a practice where East Indians would have a flute and they would go, a snake would come up out of a basket. They'd grab him and eat him. So snake eaters is an old UPK term. I'm sure it's not acceptable anymore in polite society. Ephraim?
Did you see the back and forth he had with Nick Fuentes?
I did not.
So Nick Fuentes called his wife some other slur.
Is that right?
And he replied and told Nick Fuentes to eat feces.
Oh.
And then Nick Fuentes replied back and basically said, no, I don't want to come to a dinner cooked by your wife.
Damn. I just got it. He knows that East Indian food. Yikes.
And that's where they're at right now.
Well, let me tell you, if you want to, let me show you the other side of it. Give me how East Indian women view white men. This is something I just looked up because of the Vice President, J.D. Vance, and he has an East Indian wife. What do you have here?
So we have this article. I almost feel like a god. From dating to business, white men are winning in India.
White men in India are sexually superior to East Indian men. And there are so many articles on the internet about how East Indian women do not want Indian men. They want white men. This white man said he felt like a god when he went over to Bangladesh and India. He felt like a god. Why? Because over in India, the Indian women value money, not sexual prowess or being smooth or debonair or, being able to having the skill to talk to a woman. East Indian women want money and white men have money. And because they have money, they are considered superior to Indian men, which is why J.D. Vance was able to finally get some tail. Otherwise, he would have gotten none. If he didn't go to India, he would have gotten no sex from anyone ever. Give me the other video.
Concert, and we had this screenshot from Quora on why most Indian American women prefer to date and marry white guys.
This is once again showing you how J.D. Vance got a woman. Otherwise, he would have gotten no woman because most East Indian women prefer white guys. Go ahead.
It says Indian men born and raised in America mostly marry white men, a few marry black men.
Boy, oh boy. But those East Indian men, they just terrible. They just horrible and terrible. I think they call them, what they call them among Benjamin? Coolies? Am I right about that? Coolies are just you too hated. Coolies, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to have their house smell like curry every day, all the time, no matter what. Keep going.
Colonel, sir. So then Erica Kirk brought out Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj is not black. Am I right? The brothers told me that.
She's East Indian.
She's a coolie. All right, thank the Lord. Get that. Right? Nicki Minaj is a coolie, which means she's an East Indian woman. She, of course, show me first what Charlie Kirk said about her. Whatever you have keyed up is fine. But then show me what she was at that Charlie Kirk rally where J.D. Vance said, finally, white men don't have to apologize for being white, which has never happened, and they've never done, and no one has ever required of them. She was also there, and this is what happened. Go ahead.
Here's Charlie Kirk a while back.
This is before
Minaj, Cardi B.
Go ahead.
I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
Charlie Kirk, an accident happened to him. So he's no longer with us. Now, this is Nicki Minaj who came to a memorial celebration about him. Go ahead.
You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing.
Now, I'm trying to let you, brothers, y'all, when you're battling white men, because of the internet, and Commander General Yohanna is going to send a lot of you brothers out there into the podcast world and the internet world. It won't just be Captain Dazar, Yakin, Katazar, and what's that brother down in D.C.? Kazak Ahmad. God damn it, he's doing God's work. Kazak Ahmad. Who else? Barack out there in D.C. What's his name? Barack? Barack in D.C. Give him a hand. Say again. Saba one out there in California. The other one in California. The one with authentic black truth. The Wall Gabar, give him a hand. Who else am I missing?
Oh, so the Daiwan.
Say again.
Gadawan.
Gadawan. Got right. Gadawan. And check across the table. There are so many brothers out. Listen, Commander General Yohanna is going to send you the podcast out to give them a dose of what will fix them, of what will heal them of their sickness. As you're battling white men, let this be on the back of your mind, fueling everything you say. They feel inferior to you sexually. Mm-hmm. It's sexual. It's like a penis size. It's penis envy. That's the whole thing. Nicki Minaj said specifically, a good role model. Now remember, Nicki Minaj knows that Charlie Kirk said she's a terrible role model. She knows that. That's why she used the term role model. Because Charlie Kirk said Nicki Minaj is a terrible role model for black girls. She specifically said, we have an excellent role model in what? In our handsome. Handsome. What's the other word she used besides handsome? Dashing Donald Trump. Why is Nicki Minaj using, he's the president. Why is she talking about him like she's going to date him? Because Nicki Minaj knows white people. And she knows that really the way that you make white men comfortable is to make them think that they could ever sexually satisfy a black woman. And they could never do it. They couldn't. Which is why she didn't say intelligent. She didn't say he's a great leader. She didn't say he's wonderful with the economy. She said he's handsome and dashing. And I hope that bitch Melania sees that, because Melania's husband is someone who chases whores. That's it. Otherwise, who in the hell says a president is handsome? Who in the hell has ever said that in the history of presidency? Said that he's so I forgot one. John F. Kennedy. That's what Marilyn Monroe said. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Come get some of this tail, because he was another one who was a whoremonger. You got a whoremonger in the White House. A literal whoremonger, which means he sells whores, him and Jeffrey Epstein. I got to celebrate Christmas. I got to have a Merry Christmas. You got a whoremonger in the White House. Who knows he's a whoremonger? Nicki Minaj. Mr. President, you so handsome. You so dashing. Exactly. Give her a hand. She thinks she wants to have sex with Donald Trump. She doesn't. She does not want to have sex with Donald Trump, but she knows he stands on his tiptoes. She knows Donald Trump needs to hear things like that. That's how you fool him to make him think that he could ever compete sexually with a black con Latino man. He can't. When you're battling white people, make sure you remember that, because that's how you hurt them. And the key when you're in a battle is to find hypocrisy to hurt them. You want to hurt their feelings. You want to hurt them in a place where it's like, that stung. That hit me right in my heart. You want to hit a white man in his heart, hit him there. Hit him there. Anything else?
Con. Believe that's it.
Please, Benjamin. Microphone, you might need it, I'm assuming. Oh, solid, nice and loud.
There was a report saying Caroline Levitt, you know, who's the secretary in the White House, right?
Mm-hmm.
She used to dress like a whore all the time until Donald Trump came in there, because she knows he's a whoremonger. She covered up all the time now.
She better
not covered up, you know, when Trump is doing.
If she don't want Donald Trump trying to have sex with her and falling asleep in the middle of it, she better put some clothes on. He cannot finish, but he's dumb enough to try. He's going to fall asleep while he gets your bra off. While he's struggling with that bra, he's going to fall asleep. While he's trying to struggle with your bra strap, he'll be asleep in the middle of that. Is there anything else?
She already got a 60-something-year-old husband.
How did I forget that? Her husband right now is 60, which means she can just lie to him and tell him they had sex. She can just say, "Oh, you were good last night." He's like, "Really? All right. Thank you." she just tell him whatever she wants. He don't know. Is there anything else? Let's get on to I gotta move. It's 8:09. We're way past the time. Where's Cross the Line?
They'll be here.
Okay, so let me know. I'm gonna wrap it now. Let me get into Christmas real fast. Tap it up. Let's go to Christmas as fast as we can. All right. Go ahead.
One more message from the Department of Homeland Security. This is their white heaven after mass deportation.
The Department of Homeland Security released this video of the celebration of the fun of deporting the bedrock citizens of America. The bedrock citizens. The people who are here trying to just earn the right to be accepted. The Latinos. It is terrible. And if you could understand why ICE is releasing videos like this on Christmas, then you should know that you should never celebrate Christmas, because our pain is laughable to them. They're laughing at us. How do you now in good conscience buy a Christmas gift? Don't you want to show them that you have integrity? That you have anger about how they're treating you? If not, you know what anger, if you don't want to be angry at ICE, if you don't want to be angry at the United States government, if you're not going to be angry at America for their treatment of the bedrock people who are here, Latinos, there are no people in America that are more worthy of mercy than Latinos. No one. They came here and fought to be here, swam across a river, sold everything they have, did everything they could to provide a better life for their children. They're the best parents, man. The best parents. I think about some of the parents from Black people. You know, right here, we're in New York tonight, right? I was traveling to take Mayan, give Mayan a hand. He's in here tonight. He went out to Kutztown. Mayan goes to college. He's in college up in Kutztown University, way up north, right? And as I'm driving to drop him off, I'm seeing stars on houses. I mean, giant 7-foot, 6-foot stars. And I saw so many of them I said, Mariana, whoever, I said, what in the hell are all these stars up here? What's these stars? It was so many stars. And then I remember that when I went out to see Captain Azania in Syracuse, New York, I saw stars on houses. And I went, why are they just big stars on these houses? I remembered that I saw the same stars when I went to Syracuse to see Captain Azania. After I dropped my aunt off, I went and researched it. And the research said that it is a tradition that now is simply because of aesthetic reasons, and it's now just something they like. But houses in the north, houses closer to Canada, have stars on their houses to signify the North Star. Because there was a time when people would hang a blanket on a clothesline with a star on it. They would put a star on their house so that slaves escaping the South would know this way is north. To this day, you can Google it. There are houses with stars on them in Syracuse, upstate Pennsylvania, upstate New York. And I thought about those people that would put a star on a blanket, sew it into a blanket, hang it on a clothesline, put a star in their house, lie and say it was for decoration, knowing it was for wonderful parents that wanted to escape slavery. It was for good people. There were heroes that put a star on their house so that slaves could know this is the way north. This is the way north. How do you now think that you could treat Latinos the way you're treating them? When you're black, don't you know there were people that risked their lives by putting a North Star on their house for your grandparents? For your grandparents to be able to escape Mississippi, escape Alabama, escape Virginia. Now you see Latinos are suffering. Let me tell you, Latinos out there something. There are black people that know that we are family. And let me tell you, we're going to be the heroes of today. You know what the cure for all this? ICE is taking people away in planes. ICE is laughing about deporting people. What is the solution to the immigration attack that Latinos are going through? What's the solution to ICE agents destroying families? The tribe of Judah, give me the answer. You better fucking know it. The Underground Railroad. You want to say that, Washington? That's the solution. The Underground Railroad. That's the solution. This is what we're going to do for Latinos. We're going to do for them what was done for us. We're going to make an underground railroad for Latinos to come this way. Come here. Come here. Right now, people will hate us for doing it. Later on, they'll call us heroes. Later on, they'll make documentaries about the people that stood by the side of Latinos in their time of trouble. They'll make movies about you later. There'll be a tour through all the homes that help Latinos not be deported. There'll be movies they'll make about you. Some historian will say, this brother helped Latinos in his house. This sister married this Latino man. This brother married this Latino woman. This school was a safe haven for Latinos when they were in trouble. This cure for the cruelty of white people, for the people that would shove a crown of thorns on the head of a condemned man, is the Underground Railroad. If you don't know about it, you're going to see it. I pray you understand. You're going to see it. Mayan. Of course, they have, Mayan is just saying in his school, they had a Charlie Kirk memorial. They have to, Mayan. They have to do it. Don't problem. They're insecure. That's all. They have to love Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk could only get a woman because she couldn't get a job unless she married him. Go look up how Charlie Kirk met his wife. You'll realize why those small penis white men on your school have a Charlie Kirk memorial. Everybody understands. Come on. Do I need my precepts now, or is there more Christmas?
So I got the precepts for you.
Give me first Peter 5 and 7. Everyone go to your Bible. Because blacks and Latinos have suffered so much pain here in America, and so much poverty, a holiday that is built around excess and economics and money will make you depressed. Because here we are at a holiday that is built around the economy, that is built around buying things. Those poor brothers, I don't know who made that Kwanzaa. They tried the best they could. I forget the name of that cat that invented Kwanzaa. He tried the best he could to make Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa never took hold in the Black community. Am I telling you, brothers and sisters, something you don't know? Black people never accepted Kwanzaa. But I understand why they did it. They made a holiday about making the gift, making some soap, making some old wooden candle. Black people don't want none of that shit. You got a holiday about making things. I get why you did it, because you knew that Christmas was materialistic. You said, let's make Kwanzaa where we can carve a wooden candle, pretend it's Hanukkah, and have gifts that you have to make. So then you get a gift full of a bar of made soap and all of this garbage, and you go, what in the hell is this? I want an Xbox. And nobody, because of that, Kwanzaa never was fully accepted by Black people. But I understand. You see that Black people are depressed every Christmas, depressed, because it's a materialistic holiday and we are poor. Well, you have to fight depression. What you want to say, Warrior? They said to make Kwanzaa because Black people knew that Christmas was evil, but they didn't know what to replace it with. So they invented something to replace it with. Kwanzaa is nothing, and it's not something that could replace Christmas. You should not replace Christmas. You should just take your high holy day. Your high holy day during this time of year is Hanukkah. You know what that is? That's what we celebrate. We're not trying to replace Christmas or to pacify your Christmas urge. We're just having Hanukkah like we would if you never heard of Christmas. You understand? Give him a hand. Clap it up. Now I owe somebody some money. I forgot to bring my money. Send me the goddamn Cash App so I can get you some money tonight. How's a hob? All right, go ahead.
Come on. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 7. Casting all your care upon him.
Read that again.
Casting all your care upon him.
Let me tell you, Christmas night makes you think about all of your cares. What's another word for cares? Worries. Oh, you're worried about your bills. You worried about this, thinking about Christmas. How many couples out there are arguing tonight about how they maxed out their credit cards for Christmas? About how they spent money they don't have for Christmas. Christmas makes you, it highlights your worries, your cares. Here is the benefit of being in the truth, which you will understand once you embrace it. Read that part again.
Come. Casting all your care upon him.
Casting. During Christmas time, during this time of depression, we throw all of our worries on the Most High God. We're not going to be worrying about Xboxes and satisfying some Christmas demon. We're going to give him our worries. Let him handle it. That's where depression comes from, which is what you have to understand for Christmas time. If you cannot be angry at white people, if you cannot be angry at the oppression that white people have put on your people, that has made a path for white men's success to be an escalator up and you to constantly be sent to the bottom. If I can't be angry at them, then I will have to turn my anger inward. By definition, what is anger turned inwardly? I got my books back there, all my psychology books right in the back. If I have to pull them out, I will. Go get them for me, one of y'all. Give me my bag. Mayan, give me that bag out in the back. Levi, you get your question. You want to say something, though? Answer the question.
Self-hatred.
Self-hatred. If I cannot hate white people when they have constantly, for hundreds of years, in every country, oppressed me, then who will I have to hate? Christmas time, I'll have to hate myself. Oh, this is why I have to carry all of these here. This is too much to be carrying around. But this is, I believe, the night you're going to need this. There's a thing called seasonal depression. You should all look it up, right? Seasonal depression. And seasonal depression is so strong during Christmas and New Year's, because that is when you will do an assessment of your life. And you will look at your life and go, could I buy my kids the Christmas gifts? Hell, could I even see my kids? A lot of you brothers, you can't even see your children. Oh my God, the weight of it, the pain of it. A lot of you children, you're saying, it's Christmas and my dad didn't even call. He didn't even come see me. He got me nothing. I go to school, and what are they going to ask you in school? Who knows? The Doc Mayan, what do they ask you in school after Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? And then if you're poor in the world, you'll say, nothing. Or you'll have to do which is what everybody does. Who knows? Just lie. Just say, oh, I got the bicycle, the Xbox. Oh, my tree was big and full. You don't have the integrity that brothers in the truth to say, I don't celebrate Christmas at all. Think about how much stronger that is. Instead of saying, I got the same things you got. I got everything you got. I'm not poor. Think about the integrity it takes to go, Christmas? I'm grown. I don't believe in no Santa Claus. You got something? You celebrate Christmas? That ain't gangster. What'd you do? Sing songs under a fucking mistletoe and a stocking? You don't even have the manhood to be able to do that. So what do? What'd you get for Christmas? I got the same thing you got. Your friend goes, let me see it. You ain't get shit. You ain't get nothing because you're poor. And now you got to lie because, of course, you got to come to school, what? With all your Christmas stuff on. With the new sneakers and the new jacket that you don't have because you're poor. Why are you poor? Because you couldn't, your grandfather couldn't get the GI Bill. Because your father couldn't be a part of the New Deal. Because the banking system and the real estate system made sure your parents were poor. But now you have to go to school and tell everyone you have nothing at all. You're going to be depressed every year this time of year. Here's something you need. Managing your emotions. You're going to need this right here. To manage your emotions, because you're going to have feelings of insecurity about your poverty, about your family. They're going to tell you about what they did with their father. What'd you do with yours? Nothing. You don't even know who he is. You don't know who your father is. Well, my dad took me to the seat of Santa Claus. What'd your dad do? I'm going to fight you now and punch you in the face because that's how I what? That's how I manage my emotions. You ask me about my dad and what I got for Christmas, I'm punching you in the face and fighting because I use violence to manage my seasonal depression. Oh, you're not going to see this? You're going to see this all the time. You're going to commit suicide this time of year. Someone you know is going to commit suicide. They're going to shoot themselves. They're going to kill themselves. Why? Because that's how they manage these Christmas feelings with violence. Because if I cannot hate white people, I will hate myself. That is what anger turned inwardly becomes depression. What do I do with it? You got to learn how to handle it. You got to fight. You got to learn how to manage your emotions. You got to learn how to do it. Keep going.
Casting all your care upon him.
What do I do instead? I cast all my cares upon the Lord. I'm not caring about all of this Christmas nonsense, all of this thing I need to have. You women, I'm sure are you afraid to go to work to tell everyone you didn't get a car for Christmas? You didn't get the car with the bow on it. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen that on the commercials when they have the big car with the bow on the effing car? There's a bow on the car. Or the Zales commercial. That's the rough one. What'd you get? Oh, celebrate the moment. You get the ring. You open up the ring and, well, baby, the last gift is for you. Oh, man. If she walks into the job with a wedding ring that she got for Christmas or she got a car, what'd you get? Nothing. Time to kill yourself? No. You shouldn't kill yourself. What should you do? Anger management. You're gonna have to manage that anger. You're gonna have to find a way to fight, or else you're gonna turn that anger into yourself, and you're gonna hate your husband because he didn't get the New Deal under Roosevelt. Because he couldn't get the house because he was barred from getting it. He didn't get the GI Bill because he was barred from getting it. You're going to hate your husband because he's black, because he's Latino, because he didn't get the benefits that white men get, and now they stand on their tiptoes with $200 million. You're going to hate him for that. You're going to have to fight depression this time of year. Keep going.
For he careth for you.
For he does what?
For he careth for you.
For he does what?
For he careth for you.
You got to remember that. The Most High God cares for you. He loves you. Don't kill yourself. Don't do it. Don't harm yourself. Don't think of some permanent solution to a temporary problem. This will pass. Everything passes. Don't you know what Don't you know what stock you come from? Who are your people? You're from the tribe of Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, the West Indians, the tribe of Judah, Levi. Do you know what your people have endured? My God, are you Haitian, Levi? Do you know what the Haitians have survived? It's pain that is, you can't even count it or understand it. Your people, the Haitians, have survived that pain, and they are still here. The Puerto Ricans, do you know, have you heard the stories of what has happened to your people? You're still here. You're here. The West Indians. You are here after pain that someone would make a movie about. Tragedy, death. Don't you understand? If you're a Black or Latino woman, it is common for you to lose your children. Common. It's not strange. You're shocked if your children survive. I remember, I'm from the tribe of Judah, and I remember knowing I would die before 24. Knowing it like it was a guarantee that I would not make 24. And I was not alone. Everybody thought that. Everybody thought, we ain't gonna live. We're gonna die, 24, we'll be dead. So F it. We're gonna die anyway. Let's just do it. We're here. You can survive Christmas. Look at what your grandmother survived. Look at what your grandfather survived. Do you think that this year's Christmas is going to take you out? It will not. No puedo. It can't. It will not destroy you. You have to fight it. You're going to have to harness the courage in your bloodline, the courage that your people have had for thousands of years. And you're going to harness it. You're going to use it, and you're going to lay your cares on the Most High God, and he will carry them for you. Continue.
Come. Verse 8. Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
What makes so many people kill themselves during Christmas? Drunkenness. Drugs. They're going to be, right now, they're high somewhere. High. Drunk out of their minds, believing that these drugs and drogas y alcohol will stop them from having this pain, to stop them from having this terrible pain, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And you'll realize that tonight. If you want to fight the Christmas demon, be sober. Get your mind right. Think about yourself tonight and